Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Show.
Okay, Game 2 tonight, Edmonton Oilers, Anaheim Ducks. Oilers try to go up 2-0 in the best of 7. Hawks Music Library. I thought it said Hawks Music Larry. It says Hawks Music Library. You have to excuse my reading abilities. He says, this is in the Nasty Chat on YouTube, I want to start with a listener submission today. First period is going to be nuts. N-U-T-Z.
Huh.
Is the Z for extra nuttiness?
I think that emphasizes the word nuts.
It's going to be off the
now,
chain.
if you went nuts.
Capital
N, capital U, capital T, capital Z.
Can't we do several?
Small, lowercase Z.
Oh, the
nuts.
Oh, how come they don't? The Z doesn't stay lowercase or uppercase?
But because you're just nuts.
Oh, it's like representing that you're fading away. Putting in the. That's awesome.
Well, you can never have too many Zs in nuts.
That's a good point. Hawks Music Library also says waves at Reid are IED. We could continue with that tradition. Creative misspellings of my name. We had some good ones the other day. Anyway, it is a game day. Here's what we can tell you for the Edmonton Oilers. Josh Samanski is going to play. Adam Henrique is out. We knew yesterday Henrique would be out. We suspected Samanski would come in. Jason Dickinson is a game time decision, so Lazar was in his spot today. Hawks Music Library. I thought you were being funny spelling it that way. It's fine. That's why we did this, because somebody spelled it that way on Monday.
It happens.
It happens. We're not upset about it. It's kind of funny.
Reid, let me tell you one.
So what's going on?
Let me tell you one thing. Do you think there's any chance that Jason Dickinson is going to stay out of the lineup today?
Well, I think there's always a chance if you miss the morning skate. I think it's unlikely.
Listened to the words coming out of his mouth.
And it's that time of year. Okay, fine. You don't feel great. You don't practice. You don't take the morning skate, but you're playing.
Yeah.
Right? So I would think he's going to play, given how badly he wanted to return to the lineup. And he played quite well. I know he got a little nicked up again there in the second period, but he had a heck of a game. He scored 2 huge goals. So my Wilkie intuition tells me that he plays.
Yeah, I'd have a hard time figuring or realizing or thinking that he's not going to be in the game.
Yeah.
That's a game. He's a gamer.
So here's what we expect. McDavid between Hyman and Savoy. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Kapanen. Dickinson with Nugent Hopkins and Roslovic. Samanski with Doc and Frederick. Ekholm with Bouchard on the back end. Nurse with Murphy. Wallman with Emberson. And Connor Ingram, of course, your goaltender. For the Ducks, the big slab of beef, Radko Gudas, is not going to play. Undisclosed injury. Now, as you recall, he missed a lot of games late in the season, and wasn't he under 10 minutes last game? Didn't he fall down at a key moment in the game?
He did.
So he's going to be out. Hellison is going to make his playoff debut. Lukas Dostal, once again, expected to be the goaltender. So we had plenty to preview that game. Oh, the Jays just tied up. Jays just tied it up in the top of the 7th.
Oh,
that's because when we left the boardroom to come in here, it was still 3-0. Still 3-0. So we missed how the Jays got their first 2 runs.
Big RBI by Ernie Clement.
You love Ernie Clement.
My favorite player.
Is he your current favorite Blue Jay?
Yes, by a mile.
Yeah,
love the guy.
Right off the pitcher's buttocks.
Is that an assist?
It still went into center field.
Now, that wouldn't be an error, right?
No, not when he hits a guy like that. He didn't try to play it. So Vladdy at the plate, 2 out, 1 on, top of the 7th. Little matinee action between the Blue Jays and the Angels. Nice to have baseball here on in the afternoon. Okay, here's how you can get in touch. I already mentioned the Nasty Chat. That is the chat function down the right-hand side of the stream on YouTube. Again, it's no special thing. It's not a secret thing. If you're in the chat on YouTube, we call it the Nasty Chat. So you can jump in there, chat with us, chat with each other, have some fun, get ready for the game. A lot of times people just start having conversations with other listeners. Jay and I don't even need to worry about what's going on there. If you are on YouTube, remember to subscribe to the Edmonton Sports Talk channel if you haven't already, and click the thumbs up button for this show.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
So, the bare minimum thumbs is 100. Now, today we have an extended show once again. We're going until 6:30. And then at 6:30, we hand the reins over to Tom Gazzola. He's in the Ice House downtown. Well, he's probably not there quite yet. Well, maybe he is getting ready for the game. 6:30, the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes until 8. So the incredible day here on Edmonton Sports Talk. But like I said, the show's longer. People are hyped up for the playoffs. So we want to get to at least 155 thumbs, not just 100. We have been successful. Is it 4 days in a row now, going back to Thursday, Friday last week?
Oh, yeah.
I think so. So let's keep rolling with that. Other ways to consume us: iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are great. I just use iHeart so smoothly now. I didn't even notice there's actually a button on iHeart where it says preset. I just usually go in and it starts playing, but it's like a good old-fashioned radio. Still has your presets. Because sometimes people say, like, oh, I could never listen to on my phone. I could never do that. You could. And you could preset it just like anything else.
And the beauty of it is you can go with it anywhere.
Right.
You don't have to be in your car.
No.
You don't have to be in an office with a
Take
radio.
it on your walk.
You got it with you. You can play it off your phone. You can put us on your computer, wherever you want.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're already listening on one of those apps, we're preaching to the choir, but you might have to help other people in your life get accustomed to consuming Edmonton Sports Talk that way. You can also email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. We love getting limericks. Limericks today about your favorite baseball player, or work in your favorite baseball player, since
yes.
Jay was talking about his love for Ernie Clement.
Yes.
Why not? Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. And of course, a very popular way to reach us is by texting the afternoon inbox at 780-218-9999. That is presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, turning 20 this year. Huge celebration. What do you think, Jay? So, a couple days?
Oh, let's extend that.
Think they're going to extend it?
Let's go, a couple months?
How about this?
How about what?
How about until October 26th?
Get out of here.
I'm serious. It's right here on the page, baby.
Must be real.
They are doing over $1 million in prizes, including 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash, all going on until October 26th, rivercreeresort.com. So great stuff going on there. This is a great time of year. The first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, it's just beautiful. So much hockey to watch. So many, the games last night, again, Tampa Bay, Montreal go to overtime. I didn't see a lot of Boston. What did that one end up? But Boston kind of was in control of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Utah, Vegas,
4-2.
another very good game. LA and Colorado go to overtime. LA had, scored, about 6 minutes left. Colorado ties it up. I went to bed at the end of the third, so I didn't see the Colorado goal. So there's a lot of hockey watching going on. It's a lot of fun. Koob, what's going on? Do you often watch with your dad?
Yes, I do almost every day. I try and catch all the games with my pops. I still live with my parents, so I get to spend time with another sports fan in the family.
Right.
And he changed things up, I guess. Usually we got one TV down in the basement, but now we have not one, but 2.
Come on.
So
Double
big
screen
TV
experience.
mount. And I'm hyped for it.
So he brought in a second TV, and you can have two games, both on large screen TVs.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, what 2 games would be on tonight?
Oh, man. Well, obviously the Oilers game, but when I get home, I'll be tossing up probably some NBA action at some point as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll filter through both of them. Not really any favorites, but the one marquee one will be the Oilers. That will be on the main screen. So paying attention to everything. I feel like I'm in the NHL control room. I need a third TV.
Yeah, Stars,
That's
Wild,
amazing.
and Oilers, Ducks would be a great combination of games to have.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
just get
agree.
there, get a bowl of popcorn, sit down, and don't even move an inch.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Good for your dad for doing that. That
Yeah, I
sounds
know.
like a lot of fun.
Well, I love it, and I hate to say this, but he's sort of a collector of things. He comes across these TVs. He's a mover by trade,
Sure.
and some people give him some things.
Yeah.
And one of the TVs, unfortunately, the image is good, but there's a little darkness in the middle portion of the
Oh, no.
screen. It's still visible, but
It's
it is
doable
noticeable.
as a secondary TV.
Yeah,
Right,
and
okay.
we're living large. I don't want to tell him. I don't want to break his heart.
Yeah, you're living
Did
fat.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I'm picking at straws here.
PHATZ.
Yeah, PA
Fats.
fats.
You got the fats on.
Big time. So I'm pumped for tonight.
I love that you
Everything moving forward.
spending time with your dad. That's
I do remember of several years ago, my former colleague Morley Scott was telling me he and his son, I mean, this was one of those nights, 4 games going on at the same time, whatever, 3-4 games at the same time, or double headers, however's working. And they said, okay, we'll start with whatever the 5:30 game. Every commercial will just change to the next game. When that hits a commercial, change to the next game.
Nice.
They did that, saw a ton of hockey. They never saw a goal live the entire night.
No.
The way it worked out. Yeah.
Oh, my.
But still, that was
not a
fun,
bad
that was a fun
method.
night.
It's kind of what I do. We do in the Kubish household.
Okay.
But, maybe I might have to change it up though. I want to see the live.
Well,
guys
not with Oilers. You
oh,
watch the whole
obviously
time.
not. No.
You guys got a bucket of suds down there too, Cube?
Yeah, maybe some 6 o'clock lager goes on sale tomorrow.
Oh, there we go.
Season,
There you go.
right?
What is it, $12.99 for a 4-pack, right?
Yeah, that's a steal.
Well,
Safeway and
that's,
here like
Sobeys
that.
Liquor.
Nice
That's
lager.
for a tall can 4-pack of some of the most crushable beer out there. That's a good
yeah.
price.
That's,
Stocking up for
that's
sure.
otherworldly.
Otherworldly.
Yeah. All right. So 780-218-9999 is how you text us the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We're going to get to the afternoon headlines. They're presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Sly Sammy breaks the seal on his playoff career for the locals tonight. The last time I was this excited to see a Sammy, he was performing with Frank Sinatra. The Quackers won't have badass goodass. I guess they like players who can actually stand on their skates. Hey, Jason Milne, is that an erect posture in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Bluebirds and Angels in a 3-3 tie. An afternoon in Anaheim reminds me of the time my brother-in-law went to Disneyland and lost a bet to a guy dressed like a mouse. I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh. Who would that Sammy be?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis. That's
Sammy,
okay.
Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah.
Wow, that's
People, our audience would know who Sammy Davis Jr.
sure,
is, wouldn't
sure,
they? Or
sure,
at least
sure.
know the name?
some would. Yes, for certain. An erect posture in your pocket. Mm-hmm. Very well done.
Yeah.
I wonder what bet he lost to Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that worked. I don't even know how you get into a conversation with a mascot to arrange a bet, because they're not supposed to talk, right?
I've heard they have all sorts of secret tunnels underneath Disneyland. Maybe there's a secret gaming room, a bookie. Maybe there's a Disneyland bookie
With all the mascots.
within the staff there, and somehow Chet's brother-in-law got involved.
Got involved, yeah.
Well, if there's somebody to get involved,
Probably
it's
lost
him.
a C note.
Maybe even more.
Yeah. Brendan Mans. Oh, there we go. There's a Z. Brendan Mans. I wish they sold 6 o'clockers here in Saskatchewan. I got a little testy with Brendan on the earlier today on the lock shop.
Why?
Well, he was talking about a gentleman's sweep, and I had to tell him that I didn't trust his source, which was ChatGTP. But we've made up since.
Oh,
I
have
was
you?
I was being a little intentionally sassy.
Would you
I
offer-
think he got it. I'd have a 6 o'clocker lager with him. I might have to drive. I could bootleg 6 o'clocker lockers into Saskatchewan.
Well, there could be a market there.
Brendan Mans could be the middleman. He'd be the dealer.
Reid?
I'd be the supplier. He'd be the dealer.
I got news for you.
What?
You wouldn't be the first person to do that.
Drive 6 o'clocker lockers into Saskatchewan?
Yeah. Lieutenant Eric did.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have more of an organized pipeline though. Me and Brendan Mans.
Underground.
Yeah, we'd use the Moose Jaw tunnels.
Bring them back.
Yeah.
I mean, they're there because of liquor.
Well, this is a good point, because
So.
this is what part of Capone's deal.
Al Capone used those,
Yeah.
supposedly.
Supposedly.
Or supposedly.
All right. That was Chet Palmer for the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Game day, which means Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game. You're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub featuring $10 tankards and $6 tequila shots, or grab the $23.99 adult Happy Meal. Has the drive-in burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition hockey puck bottle opener. It's the only thing you can refer to it as.
Not a toy?
It was so long ago that happened. I wonder if people remember. Book your reservation now at Hudson's Canada's Pub. Okay, so the first time they gave us this to read on the air, it said,
I still remember
Hudson's,
that.
we love you. All right,
Yes,
we
of
love
course.
you. It was just funny. And they sent us an email the next day saying, hey, guys, just want to clarify what the adult toy is. You don't have to call it, but they said you get the burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition adult toy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so they give me this, and I'm like, well, I guess I got to read it this way. But it is a limited edition hockey puck bottle.
It was a
opener.
memorable day.
Yes, which is much clearer, much more precise. So we give clues throughout the show. First person to get the right answer gets the $25 gift card to Hudson's. Now, there is a catch. Maximum 3 guesses per phone number. And you have to text the afternoon inbox for River Cree Resort and Casino, 780-218-9999. Okay? So don't put guesses in the nasty chat. Don't email them. If we do, we ignore them. And if you put them in the nasty chat, you might help somebody else win or get ideas about who the athlete might be. So we give clues. Usually we get to, I have 5 clues written down if we need all of them. A couple times we've had to come up with an emergency 6th clue. I think it was after the 3rd clue on game 1 on Monday. Somebody got it.
Second clue.
Was it after the 2nd clue?
Yep.
No, it went to the 3rd clue, remember?
I don't think
Because
so.
we gave another team name.
Okay.
It was.
I'll believe you.
Yeah, it was Windsor Devils Rangers for DeBoer. Right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So the first clue today is MVP. And I'll confirm MVP stands for most valuable player. This isn't some trick. Yeah, this isn't some trick where it's
Why would you do that?
Well, it's MVP. That's part of the
But
clue.
you're not supposed to give out. That gives it away.
I think it's fine. You think that gives it away? Okay. Well, I guess you're right. There's only one MVP per
totally
season.
gives it away.
Okay. Well,
why on
and then
earth?
I'll wear that as
You're gonna wear it.
as the senior host of the show, I guess, or whatever I am.
Yes.
I'll wear that if it's too easy. But I'm hurting if I've made it too easy, I've hurt myself the most.
Ooh, Jays almost turned a double play to end the 7th. The Angels have runners on the hot corners. Should we do a limerick?
Oh, we got one already? Sure.
This one came in from Winnipeg Kev.
Uh-oh.
There once was a slugger named Trout, whose talent none ever could doubt. He'd rake every spring, but no World Series ring. October kept leaving him out.
Oh, my goodness.
Very well done.
Oh, yeah, I guess he has it because the Angels won the World Series in 2002. Angels over Giants, I believe. Wasn't Vladdy Sr. on that team? But yeah, so Trout obviously wouldn't have been there yet. That's a really good limerick. That's a perfect example of what we're looking for.
Yes.
And is that some Winnipeg Kev?
Winnipeg Kev.
I don't think he's ever submitted a limerick before.
I don't think he has either.
That was a good one.
Very good.
All right. Runners on the corners for the Angels. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Fisher on the hill for the Blue Jays. Oh, big strikeout to get that second out of the inning. So we'll keep an eye on that game for you. Around this time of the day, we always bring you the off-topic topic, which is a fun one that we really want your involvement in this. It's presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. All right, so what's today?
Earth Day.
Earth Day.
Earth Day. Sounds like birthday, but it's Earth Day.
It's a sound-alike. Yes.
What? Reid, this is terrible.
Did you forget the off-topic topic?
No, I didn't forget it at all. I just, what? So Earth Day is an annual event
that
to demonstrate
became a yearly
custom to demonstrate support for environmental protection.
Okay.
You know it was first held on April 22nd, 1970?
It's older than me.
It's older than you.
By a bit.
By a little bit. So, the off-topic topic, in honor of Earth Day, I want to know, what is something about the Earth that still boggles your mind? It still amazes you. You almost can't believe it's real.
Right.
Because there are many magnificent things, beings,
Right.
on this earth. What's something that still amazes you? For instance, for myself, the depth of the ocean.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's mine.
Is it?
We didn't talk about this ahead of time. That's mine.
Okay. Well,
I'll come up with something else. You continue.
No. But I mean, that should tell you that if you and I both think that is something that is amazing about the earth, well, then, yeah, I guess we're on to something.
That's funny.
Do you know what the average depth of the ocean is?
Well, yes, I have it here because I was going to say it as well. Like 3.7 K.
Well,
average.
12,000 feet. So that's
Right.
2.3
That's
miles.
average.
Right. The deepest part of the ocean is Challenger Deep, which is located in Marianas Trench. 36,000 feet, Reid. That's 6.8 miles. That's why it's so amazing. Because I can't, it's just hard to fathom. Ocean depth. That's one that still amazes me and actually scares me. I'm scared.
Yes.
Because has man
What's down
been there?
No. And you can't even see once you get down deep enough. That's
Has
why
any sort of a structure or some sort of
who knows? There
machine been down there?
There could be an ancient civilization. That's why I think some of these UAPs are coming from the depths of the ocean.
Well, what if they have an access hatch
Right.
to the core?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I would agree though that when you think about and there's life down there somewhere.
Ugh.
Like
Imagine swimming down there and something touches your foot.
yeah. Well,
I wouldn't recommend swimming down there. I'm not sure how long
we should do a show from down there.
We should do a show from there.
Big tank for down there. Well, that was actually mine too. The depth of the ocean.
Well, I have another one.
Pretty amazing.
That is just the opposite, and that is mountains. Like, just think of this. Because, okay, we all know why the mountains formed.
Yeah, some
It's
sort of like
Earth's
the plates or whatever. Yeah.
Tectonic plates moving towards each other and
Right.
pushing up. Took 25 to 30 million years to create. Can you imagine if you could get a time lapse of that? Of 25 to 30 million year time lapse? And watch the mountains become something? Like, imagine if you set up a time lapse video, a high def camera, say at Edson, pointing west towards the Rocky Mountains.
Right.
And you push that thing in it, and you had to have it plugged in. It's 25 million years. But you captured.
It's quite the battery power required.
Well, it would be a time lapse. And you captured the creation, and you're looking west, and there's nothing there. And you record a time lapse of the mountains forming. What? I mean, that would win some awards. I would imagine.
I would hope so.
I just want to imagine how long, like a 10-minute time lapse to crunch that down, how fast.
Well, it'd be a 25 million year time lapse.
That'll be a lot of time passed in just 10 minutes.
Probably take you a few days to watch.
Yeah. I also thought of the
could speed it up.
ocean, though, as well. But another thing is that higher up north, say in Alaska, that the sun doesn't set for a multitude of days because of the Earth's tilt as well. So in northern Alaska, approximately 84 days from mid-May to early August, the sun does not set. And there's also days of darkness where you can go a month.
Yeah, I don't know if
without
I
seeing
could
the sunlight.
live there, like doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the Canadian territories would be like that too, right?
True
Sure.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Another one that came to mind, well, Hernan Salas, he's Chilean. Chile. Just, it's just one long strip of land as a country, but it's one of the most diverse countries. They have fjords, they have deserts, they have
I
penguins and
hate to
everything.
do this.
It's amazing.
I'm going to protest that.
Well, it's a country. The outlines.
That's not
were-
an amazing thing about the Earth. That's how
that's a
a
border.
map was drawn
Well,
up.
in that
That was
small,
probably caused from a war.
But that's how a map was drawn up. That's not a natural current
know,
thing
but
about
you
the
could
Earth.
say the Patagonia
Like
range.
when Earth was
Okay,
Kate Coob, I'm going to tell you something. When you fly in an airplane, you don't see the lines
Wait,
on
seriously?
the map drawn.
there's no wall in between or anything like that. No, but
Well, there's the Great Wall of China.
true.
Well, and even when you look at the
6'3" angels.
Gosh.
Yeah.
When you look at the Earth and you realize that it was all Pangea at one point,
Right.
and it was all together, and now it's apart, but you could see how it would fit together.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a
it's
little
like a big puzzle piece.
Yeah, that always to me is just like, oh, that's cool.
All right.
yeah.
Happy Earth Day, Earth.
Happy Earth Day, Earth. Coob, you get to think of a replacement one, okay?
Yeah, your second one was lame.
It was.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But
It's a
we'll give
border.
you. But we'll give you. It's a
Amazon
border.
rainforest.
It's not.
Amazon rainforest.
Yeah,
great
the
answer.
rainforest. Imagine all the
answer.
life in the rainforest. Yeah.
Great answer.
Still some undiscovered.
Way to rebound.
Thank you.
Good recovery.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. 780-218-9999. It's the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. The off-topic topic, something about the Earth that amazes you as we celebrate. Well, we're celebrating Earth Day. We want amazing, cool things about the Earth.
Yeah. Go kiss a tree.
Jason Dickinson, game time decision. I think he's going to play. Jay thinks he's going to play. Ingram versus Dostal. Once again, the goaltending matchup. Gudas is out for the Ducks. Eric Stevens, who covers the Ducks for The Athletic, is going to join us around 4 o'clock. Ron Lowe, always wonderful to speak with. He's going to join us at 5. You're going to hear from Knobloch, from McDavid, a little bit from Josh Samanski, who makes his playoff debut tonight. All coming up on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. Here's Zachary Kubish.
Puck drop at Rogers Place between the Oilers and Ducks. Game 2, round 1 action. Edmonton leading the series. Adam Henrique is a no-go for the Orange and Blue. Josh Samanski expected to take his place in the lineup, and Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision. On the other side, Radko Gudas, he's day-to-day for the Ducks. Drew Hellison comes in for Anaheim. Catch Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream Pregame Show. They tee up that matchup. Find Tommy live on location at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. Tune in. Starting at 6:30 only on EST. 2 other games around the NHL. Penguins and Flyers go at it. Pittsburgh down 2-0 against Philadelphia, plus the Stars and Wild. They duel that series tied at 1 aside. Just 2 games in the NBA Magic. Game 2 against the Pistons. That goes at 5 o'clock. Orlando up 1-0 in the series. And at 7:30, the Suns and Thunder battle out in OKC. Phoenix looking to tie the series. Over to the Diamond, bottom 7th between the Jays and Angels. They close out their series. Toronto down 7-3, 4 straight runs for the Angels. Toronto was down 3-0, but recorded 3 runs in the inning, allowing 4 with the Angels still at bat. 2 outs for them. A runner on first base. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com today to find out more. The conversation continues here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Oilers should prioritize Murphy over Dickinson this offseason.
Do I have to?
You can't bail on this. We got to get an answer. Mind you, like we said this morning, with McDavid taking less money, hopefully you find a way to keep both.
I mean, it's tough to see what Dickinson did, right? If I'm going to prioritize the two, it's got to be Murphy. I think you can find a Dickinson.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Your home for great performances is
the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd.
9 p.m. show is sold out.
Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino.
Excitement?
Bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Thanks a lot for tuning in this afternoon. Oilers Ducks tonight at Rogers Place. Should point out the game starts at 8:10 p.m. None of this wait until 8:22. Relatively normal start time. So that's nice. Still later for most weekday games.
Yeah, it's none
of this. What was it? 8:22 on Monday.
8:22.
Yeah. So 8:10 today. It's
more
not bad.
normal, I would say.
Yeah, a little more of a normal routine, I guess.
But okay, why? Well, this may be a question you can't answer, but
I'll try.
Why don't they have everything done and puck drops at 8? There's nothing holding them back in the arena.
Yeah, it's never been that way. Like a 7 o'clock game always starts
like, is
at
it to
7:05,
7:06
with yeah, probably to give the TV broadcast time to
say their preamble. Yeah, that makes sense.
But when you go to I believe when you go to a Golden Bears game, or I don't know about the Oil Kings. I think when I was covering the AJHL, if the game started at 7, it started at 7.
Yes,
it didn't start at 7:10. I think. But yeah, there's kind of, I guess, for pro sports. Now, having said that, when the NFL kicks off at 11 a.m., they kick off at 11 a.m.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And the 2:15
I guess hockey
games
and basketball
start at 2:15.
Yeah, hockey, basketball,
and the
baseball.
2:25 game kicks off at 2:25.
Yeah.
But, all right. I'm not, like I said, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't have a problem with the later starts. I mean, I don't have to get up most days at
right
5 a.m. or something to go to work. So I guess I do have a little bit of a difference there.
Yeah. Portions of this hour, by the way, presented by Lamley's, built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lamley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lamleys can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
All right, of course, this hour presented by Lamleys. A lot of Oilers Ducks talk today as we get you ready for Game 2. Eric Stevens covers the Ducks for The Athletic, is going to join us at 4 o'clock. Ron Lowe, former Oilers head coach and back in the day goaltender as well. He's going to join us around 5. We're going to have clips from Connor McDavid, from Chris Knobloch, and from Josh Samanski, who is in tonight. in place of Adam Henrique, who is injured. Radko Gudas will not play for Anaheim. Undisclosed injury for him, though, as we were talking about, he was limited down the stretch of the season. Which team? Well, it's easy to say the losing team, I guess. But who has to make more drastic adjustments tonight? Because there were clearly some things for the Oilers that didn't work either. I mean, we'll talk about those as we move
Drastic?
on. Yeah.
The Oilers.
Yeah.
Yes. Their power play, it was completely ineffective. Their top line was, well, hard to notice. I think that says a lot more than, I mean, Anaheim had the second period. You can't take that away from them.
Right.
They know. Now, okay, the Oilers had the first period. But I'm saying special teams and top line for the Oilers last game just didn't get the job done. Want to see what kind of bounce back they have tonight. What does that look like tonight? But Anaheim, if you're Joel Quenneville, you're sitting in that locker room saying, look, we did it. We can do it. We can skate with these guys. We can beat these guys. We did it. You just have to do that for 60 minutes or try to. That's what I think. You?
I don't know.
You could say a combination of both, Reid, because I think you'd be right.
I think the losing team has to adjust more because I think the Ducks were. I think the Ducks were out physical when it came to that part of the game.
But are they also looking at that empty net at the end of the game that was really just a bad bounce or a bad break and saying this thing should have been in overtime?
I don't know.
You can't ignore it.
No, you can't ignore
it.
I mean, I guess if you're Anaheim, you're saying we were right there to tie the game, but it didn't go in, and there were still reasons they were playing catch-up. What do you think of this? You want to nitpick?
Let's pick the nit.
Jeremy in the Nasty Chat says, they advertise show start, not puck drop. I don't see why this is so hard for people to understand. I'm not sure about that, Jeremy. If you have a ticket to tonight's hockey game, what time does it say the game starts? Won't it say 8 o'clock? I know they're all digital tickets.
Let's go on Ticketmaster.
Everything on NHL.com has the bottom or top of the hour.
Every time I've been to a game and have gotten a ticket, it's always said the start. So I'm assuming if I went tonight and got a ticket, it would say 8 o'clock.
It would say 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Right. So for people going to the game, they're not advertising when the television broadcast starts. Right?
Not really, no. I mean, it's just game time, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
it says Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Right. You get the little magnetic schedule. Like I have the magnetic schedule on my fridge. It's all either a 30 or a 0-0 for the start of the game.
And I don't think it's...
The thing that we're saying, Jeremy, though, is if 8 o'clock, we understand it might mean 8:08 or 8:10 at the latest. 8:22 is different. So Monday's game said 8 o'clock, right? It did.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that you would think that that necessarily includes a pregame show, right? Like when I was on Ched and the game was at 7, we didn't say the game started at 5:30 because that's when our pregame show started. We said the pregame show's at 5:30, the game's at 7, but then the game was actually at 7:10. Anyway, just glad it's not 8:22. That's late. That was a fairly swiftly played game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was the actual time of the game on Monday? I didn't even check. Was it under 2.5 hours? I'll check. I'll check the box score, Jay, because it'll have that. It'll have game start and game end.
While you're looking at that, I'm going to revisit the off-topic topic for William Huff. What is something about the Earth that still amazes you on this here Earth Day 2026? Bronco Nick says lava from volcanoes and the fact the Earth has a liquid center like a Lindor chocolate. Interesting.
That's a good one.
Chris Perper says rainforest and all the creatures that we are still finding. Collingwood Rob, how glacier water starts and the Earth filters it through so many layers so we can drink it.
Those are all good.
Kaiser says, one thing that I learned recently was that there are gravity anomalies across the world.
Uh-oh.
With parts of Canada having less gravity than the rest of the planet.
How did you learn that?
specifically around the Hudson Bay, having slightly lower gravity than the rest of the world.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is it
did
noticeable?
not know that.
So if you jump,
You can make
will
it
your
to the
vertical
moon, Coop.
be taller?
There you go. Yeah, you can
Sure.
jump higher.
Stretch
Higher?
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dry Fly Mustache Guy says that's why I don't fish in the ocean.
Do we know that guy?
I don't have that much fishing line.
That's a good one. The game on Monday started at 8:22 and ended at 10:56. So that's what, 2 hours and 34 minutes?
Yeah.
I don't know what the average game time this year was. I feel like that'd probably be a little bit below average. NHL average game time.
Pretty close, no?
I don't know if they have it for this year. Probably be pretty close. Probably 2 hours 40, 2 hours 30 something would be about typical.
Well, here's the thing. You got to take the good with the bad. I mean, I think that the mountain time zone is the best time zone for sports because you still can watch 2 games in one night.
Right.
And not like, think of Eastern. I mean, this game tonight's not starting until 10:10 Eastern.
Right.
That's late.
You'll be pretty dedicated.
That's late.
Yeah, that is late. Yeah, we're in a pretty good time zone. And then when the Oilers are out east, the games are 5 or 5:30. I get it. You might miss some of the game depending on your job. But if it's like Vancouver at Boston, that's a 4 o'clock game in Vancouver.
Yeah.
If you're getting home around 6, you've missed most of the game.
Mountain zone's the best.
I think mountain zone.
And even for NFL, 11, 2, 6.
11's a little early.
1, 4, 8.
Yeah.
That's a little late for a Sunday nighter. Oh, I think we're lucky, Reid.
Yeah, well, we are very lucky.
We just don't realize it all the time.
7-3 Angels leading the Blue Jays now in the bottom of the 8th. It was quite the 7th. The Blue Jays tied it with 3 in the top of the 7th, and the Angels said, we'll go right back ahead, and they got 4. So 7-3 for the Angels in the bottom of the 8th, keeping an eye on the Blue Jays matinee.
Do we do another limerick?
Yes, please.
This is from William Mikespear, Poet Laureate for Edmonton Sports Talk. So game 1 has come and gone. Cap and Dickey really shone. We cheered the orange and blue. Let's go win game 2. I like Wild Thing, Ricky Vaughn.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
Favorite baseball player. If you got us on YouTube this afternoon, remember to click that thumbs up button. We want to get to 100 thumbs as quickly as possible and then get to our playoff goal of 155. Once you've clicked the thumbs up button, then click the share button and send the show link off to several other people via email or text and encourage them to get involved in the Edmonton Sports Talk community. We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Head to the Canadian Brewhouse for your chance to win Oilers playoff tickets. How about this? While you're at it, enjoy an ice-cold tankard of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. See in-store for details, and please drink responsibly. Eric Stevens, who covers the Ducks, coming up at the top of the hour. We're going to have Jay's Play of the Day for Play Alberta when we get back.
The Oilers and Ducks meet at Rogers Place for Game 2 of their series. Edmonton up 1-0. No Adam Henrique for Edmonton tonight. Josh Samanski expected to draw in to make his playoff debut, and Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision for the Orange and Blue. On the other side, no Radko Gudas for the Ducks. He's out with an undisclosed injury listed day-to-day. Drew Hellison drawing in place of the injured Gudas. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. They hit the airwaves for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Find Tommy live on location at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. That starts 6:30 sharp right here on EST. 2 other games in the NHL playoffs. Penguins looking for their first win, down 2-0 against the Flyers, plus the Stars and Wild duel. That series tied at 1 aside. 2 games around the NBA. Game 2, Magic, Pistons. Tip-off at 5 o'clock. Orlando up 1-0. And later on, 7:30 tip-off between the Suns and Thunder down in OKC. Phoenix looking to tie the series. Over to the MLB. Jays in action against the Angels. Bottom 8th inning, down 7-3. Recording 3 runs in the 7th did the Jays to tie the game, but the last 4 runs of the game coming from LA. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Jay's Play of the Day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The oil stream.
Is McDavid going to be held off the score sheet? Probably not, because it's so rare.
Surprised, buddy.
Yeah, there's so many elements to that game, like you were outlining, and then a few more, that it really wasn't a typical Oilers playoff game. And also the fact that the depth scoring got the job done for the Oilers is another sign it wasn't a typical Oilers playoff game.
The oil stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Playoffs don't care what day it is, and neither does the Canadian Brewhouse. Monday, we're packed. Wednesday, electric. Saturday, don't even ask. The Canadian Brewhouse is here for every game, every round, every minute of overtime. From puck drop to final buzzer, we are in this with you. Book your table, find your people, get loud. Don't miss out. Every game feels like a Saturday. This is our house, the Canadian Brewhouse.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Yeah. All right. So last playoff season in Game 2s, here's how the Oilers did. Game 2 in the first round against Los Angeles. Lost 6-2 to go down 2-0 in the series. They did rally to win. Game 2 against Vegas in the second round, won 5-4 in overtime. Wasn't that Draisaitl from McDavid? A few minutes. Was it Arvidsson that injured that guy with the hit and got away with it earlier in the overtime that Vegas was mad about? I think it was Arvidsson. So the Oilers won that series in 5. Game 2 against Dallas, the Oilers won 3-0 to tie the series 1-1, 1-5. And Game 2 against Florida in the final, lost 5-4 in double overtime, and obviously lost the series in 6. So 2-2 last year in the second game of series. What does that mean coming into tonight? Absolutely nothing.
Everything.
There's a 50-50 chance of them winning the game.
Yeah, numbers are there.
The numbers certainly are there.
How are you feeling about the Oilers, their game, the Ducks? Like, what's your feeling? What's your read?
Yeah.
Read. for tonight's game?
Well, like I was saying the last week or so of the season, I think with both Draisaitl and Dickinson in the lineup, a team like Anaheim's going to have trouble beating the Oilers. Now, I know Draisaitl, I thought, looked a little rusty on Monday.
He did.
But what did he see? He took 30 faceoffs. Yeah, he even said that. Maybe some timing was off, but still a very good player. Dickinson, as we were discussing, had a very big impact on the game. I have a lot of respect for the Ducks, but I don't think the playoff experience is there. I don't think the attention to defensive detail is there. We discussed that on the third and fourth goals the Oilers scored. There was some deficient defending by the Anaheim Ducks on both of those goals. So I think if both teams play to their potential, the Oilers should win.
Correct. I would
now,
agree
if
with
the
that.
Oilers drop off and Anaheim plays really well, that would be tough. I mean, I still think it's very close in the postseason. Colorado might sweep the Los Angeles Kings, but they're not destroying them.
No.
I mean, I get it. If it's a sweep, it'll be a sweep. That's the best you can do in a series, but they're not out there winning 6-1, 4-0. Nope. I mean, LA's been in both games. LA probably should have won yesterday.
Low-scoring series.
Right. So, I think the margins are very close. But I do have the feeling that if the Oilers keep it simple when appropriate, pay attention to detail, pounce when the opportunities are there, it'll be hard for Anaheim to overcome that.
Speed.
Yes.
Use your speed. Play fast. Because I don't think Anaheim can hang with that. Like you said, if both teams have a 9 out of 10 performance tonight, the Oilers should win that game.
I think Edmonton should win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think the Oilers are just a little bit better when it comes to the depth of the roster and the experience and being able to take care of some of the finer points of the game. I do think that. All right.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. PlayAlberta.ca, the Play Alberta app. Don't forget to use your game sense.
Well, Reid, as you know, on Wednesdays, what do I do in the mornings?
Oh, is this your workout day?
We go for a workout. My wife and I go for a workout.
Not we. Not you and me, we. Yes.
My wife and I. And I was talking to a few of the trainers that are there. And one of them that suggested, McDavid's going to go off tonight. Draisaitl's going to go off tonight. It's going to be an Oilers win. And I said, I kind of agree with that. I find that easier to believe than the alternative. That they're going to shut down McDavid again. Draisaitl's going to be off with his timing.
Right.
But I still don't know what this score looks like. I could see this being a 3-2 game. I could see this being a 6-5 game. You know what I mean? So here's what I put together for Jay's play of the day. Assist to Craig, the trainer. Edmonton Oilers to win. Both teams to score 2 or more goals.
Okay.
Connor McDavid, 2 or more points.
Okay.
And Leon Draisaitl, 1 or more points.
Oh, interesting. That's quite a bundle. Yeah.
It's a 4-legger, Reid.
A leg and a leg, a leg and a leg.
That's right. 4 legs. I like that Van Halen song. Drop dead legs.
Oh, it's like what? I was thinking of the leg and a leg and a leg commercial from SNL. And I was like, that's the Crystal Gravy.
So we could also call it the Drop Dead Legs play.
There it is. Okay.
That has been boosted to plus 185 over at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on EST specials. You'll see an abundance of specials there that you can get involved with. And if you haven't yet, download the Play Alberta app and read. Always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. We're going to have Eric Stevens from The Athletic joining us in about 5 or 6 minutes. Ron Lowe, always fun to talk to. He'll be at 5 o'clock. The Blue Jays trying to stay alive here, and they are down 7-3 in the top of the ninth. One out, runners on first and third. Nathan Lucas is at the dish. So they still got some work to do, but at least they got a little something going. And we'll see if they can make it interesting in the top of the ninth. We better do clue number 2. Time? Do you want me to do it now? Do it now? Do it live?
Do it now. Do it live.
Clue number 2, Hudson's Canada's Pub, mystery athlete of the game. All right?
What was clue 1 again?
MVP.
Okay.
You're trying to win a $25 gift card.
Well, you have to...
Hudson's?
You have to say what you said earlier.
And I can confirm MVP does stand for most valuable player. This isn't a trick. It's not somebody whose name is Mario Valdez
Van Pelt.
Picard.
Right.
Or whatever. MVP, the first clue. So, and by the way, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You have to text your guesses, maximum 3 guesses per person.
Correct.
And it's very easy for Jay to monitor everything that's going on. The second clue is Ducks. How about that? First clue, MVP. Second clue, Ducks. First right answer gets a $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub.
This is an interesting text that comes in from Sean.
Hello, Sean.
Anton Forsberg is keeping these Kings competitive against the Avs. I'm almost glad we didn't have an Oilers and Kings series. Don't want to get goalied.
Yeah, he's been very... No, I didn't see much of Game 1 in that series. I guess I didn't see a ton yesterday either. I flipped over after the Utah-Vegas series. I found that Utah-Vegas series highly entertaining.
It is.
Was
Utah's not
was that
going
my
anywhere.
number one? No, my number 1 was Montreal-Tampa Bay for entertainment value. Remember we did our expected entertainment value?
Yeah, I do.
We both had Montreal-Tampa Bay. I think you had Utah-Vegas 1, and I had it 2 or 3, I think. That's been a good series. Dylan Guenther's looked fantastic, by the way. But that's the Angels do win at 7-3. That's a good point about Forsberg, though.
He's got a 941 save percentage.
and as we saw, even in that last regular season game between the Oilers and the Kings, Edmonton outplayed them, especially as the game went on. And Forsberg was very, very good, And LA gets the lead. And I mean, that was the thing last night. It was like, well, LA, they don't score, but maybe they only need one. Now, that is hard to keep up. Or it's hard to do 4 times in 7 games, and LA hasn't done it at all yet, beating Colorado. But that's a fair point. Would have LA been a harder matchup for the Oilers? I guess we'll see. I mean, we'll be eating our words if it's 9-0 Ducks tonight.
Right.
But I know that's not what Sean is saying. But I think he makes a good point, though, about how LA plays. Like, watching LA play, sometimes I wonder if they realize you have to score to win.
Right.
Being a little sarcastic there, but
sure.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, I mean, they're playing very well against the best team in the NHL.
Yeah.
They're hanging in there with them. They just can't finish.
Good text. Keep them coming in. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. We got the 4 o'clock break, and then Eric Stevens from The Athletic to talk more about the Ducks and the Oilers.
The Lock Shop.
So part of the intrigue of this series was how Montreal was going to handle the guaranteed BS they were going to be getting from Tampa. Put it this way, I don't think it's necessarily good for Montreal, but Marty St. Louis, as a former Lightning, I think has his team prepared. Going to the playoffs last year, I think, was huge for them because they got a taste. This series right now is so nasty.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Airy at Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work. LAMMLES.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers are without Adam Henrique for Game 2 against the Ducks tonight. Oilers leading 1-0 in the series. Josh Samanski expected to draw in place of the injured Henrique, plus Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision. On the other side, Radko Gudas is day-to-day. He will not play today for the Ducks. Undisclosed injury for him. Drew Hellison draws into the lineup. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame shows. They tee up the matchup. Find Tommy on location at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. That goes live at 6:30 right here on EST. Two other games going down in the NHL. Penguins looking for their first win against the Flyers, down 2-0 in that series. After that, the Stars and Wild duel. That series knotted at 1-1. Two games in the NBA. Game 2, Magic Pistons starts at 5 o'clock. Orlando up 1-0. And at 7:30, the Suns and Thunder battle in OKC. Phoenix looking to tie the series. And the Jays just wrapped up their series against the Angels, losing 7-3 to close things out, taking 2 games out of 3 total. They get back in action Friday against the Guardians, opening a 3-game series there. Right now in the majors, midway through the 6th, Athletics leading 3-2 over the Mariners. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. I had to think about the day of the week.
I'm bad.
It's like, is there a game or not?
My mind is a pretzel this week.
Then what day is it?
Yes. I thought all day that today was Thursday. Yesterday was. It's been. I don't know what's
believe
going on.
today is Wednesday, and there is a game.
Yes, and it's Earth Day.
It's also Earth Day. Quickly before we get Eric in, our off-topic topic for William Huff. Something about the Earth that amazes you.
Send them in.
We both said depths of the ocean.
Scary.
Great minds think alike.
It's too deep.
It's too deep.
It's too vast.
Hey, you know, I heard the NHL is going to put an expansion team down there. All right. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Our buddy Eric Stevens from The Athletic, he's in Edmonton covering the series, is on the video hotline. You know, Eric, some people laughed when they were going to put an expansion team in Anaheim. So bottom of the ocean, who knows? But Anaheim's worked out fine.
You know, you guys are pondering life's questions here. I mean, you guys go beyond sports here.
We try. Yeah, we're very diverse. Some people would say idiotic. We prefer diverse. Well, it is Earth Day, so we're having a little bit of fun. With Earth Day for sure. Hey, good seeing you on Monday. I mean, you've. Do you keep track of your air miles or how many times you've been to Edmonton and some of the cities over the years?
I don't know. I can't understand why I have not looked into, some property here or, something where to at least can maybe get something as an Airbnb or whatever, or something that I can rent out to people when I'm not here. Because yes, every spring I do make my way to Edmonton. I do wind up here.
Yeah, we had Nick Nixon on a couple weeks ago. He said the same thing over the years. So there's certainly that Edmonton, California connection. Interesting storyline for the Ducks tonight. Radko Gudas isn't going to play. Do you know anything what's going on there, and how are they going to fill in for him this evening?
Yeah, you know what? You alluded to it with Drew Hellison coming in. Radko's been banged up. In fact, I think he's been banged up even before he looked like he might have tweaked his ankle or had suffered a laying injury. I want to say it was about maybe at least 2 weeks ago or so in a game in Calgary. And, the funny thing with that, too, is that the very next game, I believe, they're going to be playing at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And obviously there was the furor over his hit, his suspension-worthy hit on Austin Matthews. Well, he felt he had to play that game. And in some ways, kudos to him for kind of answering the bell, because he knew that was a bad hit. He knew that the Leafs were going to be out for, some retribution. So rather than it going, rather than a teammate or whatsoever being at the hands of that, he played a game that he really shouldn't have played and took the brunt and took his medicine, so to speak. But I think he's been just dealing with some injuries, in the late part of the year here. And so, yeah, Drew Hellison is going to get his opportunity. He's been in and out of the lineup, much of the season because Anaheim has quite a few defensemen. So, this is someone that's, certainly not green to the season, but certainly green to Stanley Cup playoff duty, as this will be his debut.
Eric Stevens joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show, courtesy of the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. You talked about Radko Gudas. Obviously, he's not in the lineup tonight, but some of the other veteran players on this Ducks team were on the wrong end of some pucks that ended up in Anaheim's net. What was the reaction from the Anaheim faithful about the play of some of their leadership core? And what do you think, or what do you expect as a reaction, a response from those players tonight?
Well, it's funny when Joel Quenneville spoke this morning kind of on that topic. And while he said, used the term everybody, that he needs more from everybody, that certainly included the veterans on this club. Because in game one, really, it was some of the young guys, or at least ones new to playoff duty here, new to the playoff atmosphere, that led the way there, that sparked the comeback. So, whether it's guys like John Carlson, who's played in a ton of, playoff games himself with the Washington Capitals, Chris Kreider, who can certainly be more impactful, and he's got a ton of experience. You think of Alex Killorn, there are guys in this lineup. Mikhail Granlund, I thought, was solid in game one. In fact, he had a glorious opportunity to tie it, late there in game one. But yeah, I think that more is certainly needed, from the Ducks. It's let's be clear. It's the young guys that are kind of driving this train, and Leo Carlson had a big game one. Beckett Seneca was impactful. They're the core of this club, but it's those veterans that have had this experience or whatsoever to help guide this team along the way. Well, they're still important parts of this club. And so, yeah, they're going to need more from them tonight in game two.
Eric, I believe it was either published or it was a part of a podcast that you made an appearance on, that you designed a recipe for success for Anaheim to upset the Oilers in round one. And part of that was reducing or eliminating, well, not eliminating, you can't, but reducing the effectiveness of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, which, to be honest, I think they did a bang-up job doing in game one. My question to you, Eric, do you think that is sustainable throughout the course of this series?
Well, that's an interesting question, because let's face it, you're not going to hold Connor McDavid scoreless, for back-to-back games or throughout a series. That's just not going to happen. Okay. And, and we saw what Leon did, even though he's now just kind of getting his timing back after being off for a month. His skating looked great, and certainly it was terrific there on that winning goal that he, basically started and helped set up there. But I think it's about trying to at least minimize their impact to a degree. And the Ducks did a lot of good things right in that instance. They only took 2 penalties. So the Oilers only had 2 power plays to work with. And Anaheim was very successful in killing both of those off. So that's almost, that's where you can start in terms of helping to kind of minimize some of that impact there. And I think if they're able to keep, Connor and Leon to say, a point or no more than say 2, per game, this group has shown that they can score. They can score on just any team, and they can play a fast game. They can play 5-on-5 with the Oilers. And so if you keep 97 and 29 to maybe no more than 2-3 points between them or whatsoever throughout the course of the series, I think that's really going to strengthen their chances because they have the capability to score 3-4 goals in any single game.
What, because, you get to do the interviews and stuff, and unfortunately I missed Quenneville's availability on after the game because I was coming back from the Oilers dressing room, and they didn't let us come in mid. They didn't want everybody disrupting what he was saying. What's sort of been the word from Quenneville, from the Ducks players, after game 1, sort of those comments about what they thought of the game and how they're looking at game 2 now?
Yeah, well, you know what? And I think some of it was expected because they had 13 players make their Stanley Cup playoff debut. And so that first period where, they sort of looked like they called it, they were dipping their toe, in the water. And it almost looked like they were playing, cautious to a fault even. And obviously we saw Edmonton take that 2-0 lead there in the first period. I think they realized from the second period on that they can play with them, that they can skate with them. They can play as much as the Oilers, play at a high pace and want to take it to their opponents. Anaheim can do the same. They've been built in that manner with a lot of speed and a lot of skill as well. And so I think they found out that they can play right with them. One of the things that I asked as well was, was it an opportunity lost there? Because they did a lot of good things in that game. Like I said, they kept they kept the penalties down to a minimum. They didn't give them a bunch of chances with the man advantage. Anytime you can hold McDavid without a point, that's just a feat in itself. So they did a lot of good things there, and I'm sure that they're going to, rely on that. But certainly, each game is its own kind of individual story. And so there's going to be adjustments made on both sides, and we will see what, tonight brings. But I think that's still a very confident group in that Anaheim dressing room.
Well, you said about Carlson. He was fantastic. Like I really nothing against some of the other guys and some of the guys you mentioned. I thought him and Terry were the biggest threats in that game. Like, is that? I know Carlson led them in scoring. He's becoming an alpha dog in the NHL, is he not? If he isn't already.
You know what? It's funny. I actually used that term in a recent article. But no, really, because. This is, he's 21, and let's remember, he's 21. He's really just kind of coming into this. Think back to the Olympics in Milan earlier. He would have played obviously for Team Sweden. There was a lot of talk, and when you look at their center lineup, as they put their roster together, there was a lot of talk that he would have been their number 1 center. That's impressive when you think about it on its own, to a country that's routinely one of the favorites to win in international tournaments. But obviously, he had the thigh, the surgery to fix an issue with his thigh. it was unfortunate that he was able to miss that, but I think he's someone that he wants to show what he's made of and what he's become on a big stage. And so he didn't have that opportunity at the Olympics, but he's got it now. And like you said, in game one, he shows it. He's a very confident kid, very calm, cool. There's an ease about him, but there's also, very much a competitiveness about him as well. And he wants to show that he can be a star in this league.
Yeah, well, he looked like it on Monday night. I thought he was fantastic. All right, Eric, I know you're busy, so thanks for fitting us in. We always love talking to you. I'm sure I'll get to see you tonight. It's always good to visit with you in person as well. Thanks for your perspective. Love you as always, buddy. Take care.
All right, Reid. Thanks as always, man. Take care.
Eric Stevens from The Athletic with kind of a view from the Ducks. Of course, he covers them all season long, been covering them for several seasons. So, we've talked about that a lot of the last couple of days. I mean, we look at things from an Oilers perspective. Well, Anaheim's saying, hey, parts of that game were going our way. When did Dickinson tie it? It was in the final 10 minutes. We were 10 minutes away from walking in there and winning. And hey, maybe we lost. We did hold McDavid without a point. I mean, you know what it's like. Every athlete, every team is going to draw on the positives. I'm not saying they're going to ignore the things.
You have to.
But Quenneville also has to be. And I want to ask Ron Lowe a little bit about that too.
Sure.
How much between games of a playoff series are you a tactician, and how much are you a psychologist or whatever you want to talk it, or an emotional,
big picture or small picture,
or an emotional? Yeah. Like, hey, we lost, but look at all the portions of the game we won. Imagine if we just did a little bit more, right? And I think that's.
I would imagine
the sell job for the Ducks is how close they were.
I would imagine, given this is a younger team, Reid, it's more of the big picture and not necessarily picking the nit on every little thing they did wrong.
Right.
Because also, as Eric said, it was a lot of the leadership group, the veteran presence on this team that were making mistakes defensively, whereas the young players were picking it up. So, hey, young players, you did that. You went up, you scored 3 unanswered goals. You were 10 minutes away from stealing game 1 in Edmonton, and you let them off the hook. And you didn't maybe have the best of support from some people that'll be better tonight.
Yeah.
Right? Build on it.
Yeah.
That's the only, Reid, that's the thing to me that is still an unknown. Absolutely, until we see what version of the Anaheim Ducks show up tonight. And what version of the Oilers. The first period Oilers? Second period Oilers?
Right.
Or halfway through the third period.
Like, we got to give credit. Part of the reason the Oilers look bad in the second period is because the Ducks were doing things to make them look bad. I mean, there are teams out like, yes, if you're the Oilers, you have to just say you handle that pressure better. I mean, like, don't flub it when you do have a chance to get it out. And they're gonna come at you. They're gonna pressure. But when you do get the puck, get it going the other way, so they're not in your zone for another couple shifts because you didn't clear the puck. But that's what I love about the playoffs. The punch, counter punch. One team wins and it looks like, oh, they got it now. And then the other team wins and it's like, oh, no. Like, I expect it to be difficult. I still think the Oilers are going to win. I also think there were tons of encouraging things about how the Oilers played in game 1. And I do say this. I think when it comes down to it, between these two teams, just between Edmonton and Anaheim, I'm not talking about, because you know what it's like whenever you praise the Oilers. Well, they couldn't beat this team. Like, okay, settle down.
Yeah.
We're talking about Edmonton and Anaheim. I do think, and maybe it's a small margin, but I do think it's a margin. The things that encouraged me for the Oilers that I thought going into the series, and I did see in game 1, I do think they're more physical, top to bottom. And I do think their defensive details are better. I mean, again, like we talked, what was it, Coob? There were three playoff teams that were in the bottom 10 in the regular season in defending, in goals against. Penguins,
9th.
Aren't looking good. Well, I don't know if it's the defending that's hurting the Penguins. They can't beat Vladar, right?
Yeah, 2
Didn't
goals.
Stu make some incredible saves in that last game? I saw some highlights of Skinner making some good saves.
Yeah.
So anyway, but the Penguins were, and then Anaheim and Edmonton were near the bottom defensively, but Anaheim was even worse. And as we've been talking about it, they made some, I thought, defensive, not even miscues, like just they weren't thorough enough. Right? At a couple key points in the game. Again, small margins. It was a 1-goal game, but you can directly point to some things that put Edmonton over the top and made Anaheim the losing team in game 1. So I think that the physicality and the defending were Oilers' advantages going into this series, and I think those were big reasons why Edmonton won Game 1.
Well, and part of that defensive picture you just portrayed here and talked about is Connor Ingram and timely saves.
Right.
And that'll be interesting to see that tonight. Is Connor Ingram going to steal them a game or, I don't know. But timely saves is way more important, and just finding enough saves to get the win, which he did in Game 1.
Well, and here's the thing about Ingram. So the Terry shot that beat him, that shot hasn't been going in or doesn't go in a lot. It was almost surprising that a mid-range wrister went in. You look at the replay, Kreider, who, they talk about didn't have a great game, but made a nice screen there, but nothing else went in after that. And the stop on Seneca could have easily been 4-2. If that goes in, we're talking about how do you let Seneca get in behind you? There's 6 minutes left in the game. How are you not locking that down? Well, Ingram locked it down. The last line, literally 20 seconds later, Dickinson scores to tie the game. Or I can't remember. I forgot the time right. But, last 10 minutes of the period. Then Dickinson scores to tie the game. So that's what you need where your goaltender, right? You got to make the play, make the save. But I look forward to another entertaining game tonight because I think we know both teams can play offensively and crank it up, but both teams are just a little bit flawed at their own end that can lead to these wild swings or the chance where it's like, well, it's a 2-goal advantage, but that can be erased pretty quickly. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
8:10 tonight at Rogers Place. So Jay and I are with you until 6:30. We're going to get to some clips from head coach Chris Knobloch, from Josh Samanski, from Connor McDavid in the Oil Understood coming up. We're here till 6:30. At 6:30, Tom Gazzola takes over the stream with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. He's live at the Ice House in Ice District, right on the plaza there. He goes until 8, and then he's on after the game as well. Joaquin Gage, the analyst tonight. Of course, Benny Thompson will be at the technical desk. I'll be hopping on pre and post. Post-game Reid's Read, presented by Ewell. We have complete coverage here on EST of the Oilers' playoff run. Coob, what's that kid's name there? Hey, kid, you ready to do that little sports update thing?
I think so, boss.
Here he is.
Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision for the Oilers as they play host to the Ducks in Game 2 of their series. Edmonton leads 1-0, and Adam Henrique will be absent tonight. Josh Samanski expected to take his place in the lineup. On the other side, Radko Gudas, day-to-day undisclosed for the Ducks. Drew Hellison comes in for Anaheim to make his playoff debut. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. They set things up. Tommy live at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. They hit the airwaves at 6:30 right here on EST. 2 other games around the NHL playoffs. Penguins, they look for their first win, down 2-0 against the Flyers, and the Stars and Wild, they duel out in Minnesota. That series tied at 1-1. Just 2 games around the NBA playoffs. Magic, Pistons tip off Game 2 of their series. Orlando up 1-0. At 7:30, the Suns and Thunder battle in OKC. Phoenix looking to knot the series at 1-1. And to the Diamond, just 1 game live, bottom 7th. Athletics, Mariners locked at 3-1. Warming up, it's the Yankees and Red Sox about to battle. We also see the Brewers and Tigers about to get underway. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. The conversation continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Noodles is our GS Construction hockey analyst this morning.
Anaheim changed their game plan, too. They forechecked, and they really pressured the puck. You're going to see a different Anaheim team, but I also think you're going to see a different Edmonton team because I didn't think Bouchard or McDavid had their best stuff, which is good, in a sense, because if those two play well tonight, there's an opportunity for Edmonton to do something special.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9 Line, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Playoff game day here in the city of Edmonton. Jay and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Catch every hockey playoff moment at the Canadian Brewhouse, the loudest place outside the arena with TVs at every turn. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house is your house. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon and into the early evening. We will extend the show until 6:30 once again tonight. Zachary Kubish is at the technical desk. So for the Oilers again, Dickinson a game time decision. Henrique out as we knew. Samanski will play tonight, and for the Ducks, Radko Gudas not available. Edmonton leading the best of 7, 1-0. What else do we have tonight? We got Pittsburgh and Philly. It was only 3 games tonight, right? This is where it's starting to space out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trio of games.
Trio of
Penguins,
games.
Flyers are at 5 our time.
Ooh, we can watch that.
Dallas at Minnesota. That series.
The scene is shifting.
That series has been wild. and obviously, Ducks Oilers.
All right. It'll be good. Looking forward to it. 8:10 tonight again is the official face-off time. We will have Ron Lowe joining us at 5 or shortly after. Former Oilers head coach. He always has good perspective and great stories. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Check out the Tap 25 happy hour at River Cree Resort and Casino. $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottled, draft, import, domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine. Served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. April 22nd, it's Earth Day. What, going since 1970, you said?
Yeah.
So our off-topic topic for William Huff, something that you find amazing or that has always amazed you about the Earth. Jay and I both commented on the depths of the oceans. Coob, didn't you say the rainforest as well?
Yeah.
All the life in there, probably a lot of undiscovered life, things like that.
Tons of stuff. Well, even in the ocean, like there's we've, as humans, have explored more space than we have our own ocean.
Yeah, we got to get down to the ocean.
Come on. Just swim.
Who cares about the moon?
Give somebody some oxygen, get them down.
Leave it alone.
Give them a camera.
Let it make cheese.
Holy.
Got a limerick here from Library Pat. Frederick, Samanski, and Doc. The Oilers will roll and they'll rock. Doc's ripe for a pluck. They'll run out of luck. Their necks will be on the block. Pretty good. And again, one, you have to be careful. Make sure you're clearly enunciating every word and letter. Ducks ripe for a pluck. Just saying. Post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us the thumbs up if you're there as well.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
We want to get to our playoff threshold of 155 thumbs. Let's get to 100 first. We're at 91.
Just came to me.
What's the matter?
Oh, one of the other things that's really cool is the Continental Divide.
Which, say that again. Or explain
where plates crash and make mountains, and then rivers flow opposite, away from both of those.
I think there's only, one river in the world that really flows both ways?
Well, these are different rivers, but some flow towards the ocean, some flow inland from that area.
Well, mountains they don't look
have
cool.
that
they
way of
change
doing
the
that.
environment.
It's like a giant roadblock to a river system.
Huh. Well, what about like the equator? Everything's hotter near the equator. The fact that the poles are cold, just amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The Earth is some sort of place, huh?
It really is. It should have its own day.
It should.
Yeah, actually should have multiple days.
Probably. We should have an Earth Day every month.
Yeah, we should. So is it today the day where you're supposed to unplug everything? I believe tonight's game will be played by candlelight.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
All the players can just have candles on their helmets.
There was a guy biking by. I wonder if he did that today because of Earth Day.
Oh, you never know.
Maybe.
Or it could be a cyclist.
Could be a cyclist. You a cyclist? Have you ever been a cyclist?
I've never been a cyclist.
Me neither.
I think I briefly rode a bike when I was a kid, but I'm not a... if you brought a bike right now, I would fall.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I haven't ridden a bike since I was probably a little guy.
No, exactly. That's a saying.
You just get on it and go?
Yes, you'd be fine.
Well, I wouldn't be able to balance.
I'd support you. I'd be the wind beneath your wings.
Right, but eventually you'd have to let me go.
And then you'd pedal, Reid, and I'd say, pedal! You've got this.
And I'd be fine?
You'd be fine.
I wouldn't be able to stop, though. That's the only problem.
Brakes, Reid.
Brakes. I'm all gas, no brakes. All right, yeah. Let's get going with the thumbs up if you haven't already clicked. Now we're up to 96, so let's hit 100, and then we still will have over an hour and a half to get to our playoff threshold of 155. We got over 200 for game one. Just saying. That'd be amazing if we had a game day total that high once again. All right, it is indeed the Oil Understood, and that's presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. I don't know who this Mex guy is.
Why? What's up?
Well, he should host a talk show.
Why?
Here's what he posted in the Nasty Chat. I tried being a cyclist, but I got too tired. TWO.
Well, I know he's a dad. He's good at dad jokes.
He's a clever human being.
Very clever human being.
Very good. So for the Oilers, McDavid between Hyman and Savoy, Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Kapanen. We expect Dickinson to play, even though he missed the morning skate, with Nugent Hopkins and Roslovic. Samanski in for Henrique with Doc and Frederick. That line had some noisy performances during the regular season. Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Murphy, Wallman with Emberson, and, of course, Ingram is your starting goaltender. Here is head coach Chris Knobloch talking about Samanski, who makes his playoff debut tonight.
We've been very happy with him all year. We anticipate him being an Oiler in the future. We weren't really expecting it to be so fast, more down the road, maybe next year. But since he came to training camp, he had an outstanding camp and caught our attentions immediately. And then he went down to Bakersfield, played some American League games, obviously, and played very well down there, and more of a defensive role. And when we needed players, we called them up. I believe that was in January, and came up and played a few games and fit it right in. And the offensive wasn't there, but just somebody that the coaching staff felt really comfortable on the ice. And I think a lot of it is just he's wired to play good defensive hockey, and he was never going to hurt us when he was on the ice. Now, as he's played more games and had more responsibilities, he's felt more comfortable with the puck and making more plays. And I know he really took off during a stretch when he was playing with Savvy and Roslovic, and that line was really good. And and then at the end of the year, got in some more games and playing more with Doc and Freddie. And I think his biggest strength is his skating.
Well, and that's the thing, and I wonder if that's why he's in ahead of Lazar, because Lazar does have the experience and the right shot face-off ability. We know, but Samanski has the movement, right? And I think that's why a lot of fans, and we discussed, does Samanski get the call over Henrique in Game 1, even because he can move a little better?
Well, and as we discussed, I think you summed it up and said it's Henrique's spot to lose first, as opposed to just giving it outright to Samanski. But recency bias, Reid. I mean, that's what this screams to me, is that line with Doc, Frederick, and Samanski has proven itself to close out the season. They were an effective line. They were getting the most out of Trent Frederick, who's been a, overpaid, underrated player this year for the Edmonton Oilers.
Right.
And that line was getting the best out of him. So I think that's, and Samanski skating, sure. But I think recency bias would have played into this decision.
Samanski talking about being on that line with Frederick and Doc.
Yeah, I think obviously with those two, with how big they are and how much physicality and energy they bring, it's really easy for me to just join in and do my part. And I don't know, it's just the chemistry that we have on and off the ice is just really good, and I think that plays a big part in it too.
Well, yeah, and look, we know Doc and Frederick got out there and hit in Game 1. The Oilers are going to need that. If they chip in a goal or two along the way, going to be even better. But the thing with Samanski is I don't feel not tentative. I don't feel as if, oh my, how's he going? I'm struggling to find the word here. I'm not scared, I guess. I'm not worried about him going in. I feel like he knows what to do and will do it.
Well, it'll be
I don't feel like he'll be overmatched just because, now he's in a playoff game. How's he going to handle it?
Right. Throw him in. I think, obviously the coaching staff feels that he can handle it. What I really appreciated what he said about that is our chemistry on and off the ice. Okay, this is not just, okay, see you guys tomorrow. This seems to have more of a relationship, which maybe that's why they play so well together, is that they've gelled on and off the ice. That always helps with team building, camaraderie, especially for younger players like this.
Connor McDavid commenting on what the Oilers need to clean up from Game 1.
I just thought we got into trouble when we were slow. When our game slowed down, we couldn't keep anything alive and gave up some chances. I think for us, we got to play fast. We got to play predictable. We got to play simple. When we got away from that, we got in trouble. When we did do that, we did some good things. So.
Well, and Dickinson said that after the game too, right? They maybe got a little too fancy in the second period, got back to the nuts and bolts of the game in the third period, and pulled out that victory. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy, anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. You can play from your phone, tablet, or computer, whenever, wherever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started. You can also go to playalberta.ca, play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. And what's your play of the day again, buddy? You got a good one for tonight.
Yeah, so it's Oilers to win, both teams to score 2 or more goals, Connor McDavid 2 or more points, and Leon Draisaitl 1 or more point. That's been boosted to plus 185.
All right, and that's active till what, about 10 minutes before the game? 20 minutes before the game?
It says till 8 o'clock.
Till 8 o'clock. Okay, perfect. Good rally here for the thumbs up on YouTube. We are over 100. Paul Stanley helping us celebrate that. But if you haven't clicked, Let's get in there and click. Get us to 155. That's the good playoff total. If you've already clicked, click the share button, send the show link off to somebody else, encourage them to get involved. Or if you're on iHeart or tune in and you have a couple minutes to pop into YouTube, use your account, click the thumbs up. We appreciate that. I mean, yes, it's fun. It's fun to get the good totals. It also helps build the algorithm for the station, right? Because some little behind the scene, like a little gnome or something, tracks it on YouTube and then recommends the shows to other people with similar interests. So that's pretty fun. Get in there and do that. Clue number 3, buddy. Time for that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. A reminder, to win, you must text the correct guess to the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, 780-218-9999. First right answer, and maximum 3 guesses per phone number, though. So you can't just spam the name of every possible athlete in the world. Clue number 3 is hockey. So the clues are MVP, Ducks, and hockey. Those are the 3 clues. Yeah. How about that, eh? You made Jason Milne go,
Things that make you go,
Well, what show was that on? Was that Arsenio?
That's a song.
Well, that's a song.
CNC Music Factory.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a bit on a show. So I remember.
It could be, Reid. This comes in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox from William Mike Spear. Hey, guys, I think Reid should get back on his bike, especially on Earth Day. What better day to recycle? Cheers, William Mike Spear.
My goodness.
Poop Stain says, I think Samanski line will score tonight.
Yeah, good prediction.
The Wolf says, hey, Reid, are you and Jay expecting Edmonton to establish dominance tonight?
Jeez.
Because the Wolf will be establishing dominance on the Crew House apartment patio every time the Oilers score.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Do you think he just goes out there and howls?
Yes, and urinates off the balcony. Just marking his territory.
Sure, why not?
Les Sweet says, does the bookbinder ride a penny farthing? Again, you got to be careful saying that one as well.
You sure do.
Well, I do remember often using a bicycle as a method of transport. Around the city, before the road system was to what it was to this day, I do now indeed drive a motorized, gas-powered vehicle as I bind books for the enjoyment of others. What story will be told tonight? Game 2, Oilers and Ducks. Jason Milne.
Also,
I could see the bookbinder driving like an old Chevette. Just a little car.
Yeah, a tiny car. Yeah. Just packed to the brim in the back.
Yeah.
With books.
Books.
Binding materials.
Bindings.
Brownie in the Nasty Chats. Oilers hopefully have a game plan on how to react to 3-on-1 coverage of Davo and Dry. Well, excellent point. And we talked about that yesterday too. Ducks did a good job. They got on McDavid quickly. Was it Gazdick yesterday on the show saying like you got to get above McDavid, right? Which basically means when he gets the puck, you got to already be getting between him and your net. Even if he's getting the puck at the top of his own circles, you already got to be thinking defense. They did a good job. I'll say this to Brownie. A lot of the good players figure it out in terms of being double or triple team and eventually reach the point where they say, great, come and get me. You know, maybe not triple teaming. Even in football, a receiver might say, okay, come and get me. I'm going to run through an area of the field and my buddy will come in and catch a pass underneath you. You know, certainly, I mean, look at the greats in basketball. Great, come and get me. I'm going to pass to the guy you just left. And I think in hockey, I've told the Yager story a lot about Rob Brown playing with him. I think Draisaitl, McDavid have the same mentalities. And you hope that through a 7-game series that eventually they will figure that out, that the high-end offensive players will figure out strong defending and good goaltending. That's the hope, right? That's why they're paid in the, what's Draisaitl, 17? McDavid, the discount at 12.5. But I mean, that's why they get those paychecks, because it's like other teams are going to stop you and slash you and swarm you. You figure it out. And if you can't beat them 1-on-1 or 1-on-3, you're going to find the guys they're leaving open. So that is going to be a key, Brownie, in the Nasty Chat. I think
look no further than the game-winning goal. I mean, 3 players?
Oh, that's a good point.
3 players went to Leon Draisaitl on the half wall. He pushes it down to Podkolzin, who's wide open behind the net. And then he finds Kapanen in front.
And then Adam is trying to recover to get Kapanen, and they can't.
Because they're focused on Leon Draisaitl. So bring it on. But yes, they do need to find a way if Anaheim's going to try and reduce the capabilities of Leon Draisaitl and McDavid, I think they'll find ways to get other people involved.
McDavid has some comments on his struggles on the zone entry on the power play as well. We're going to get to those when we get back. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Here's Zachary Kubish.
From Rogers Place, the Oilers clash with the Ducks for Game 2 of their series. Edmonton leading 1-0. No Adam Henrique tonight for Edmonton. Josh Samanski expected to draw into the lineup, plus Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision. On the other side, Radko Gudas is day-to-day. He's out with an undisclosed injury for the Ducks. Drew Hellison comes in for Anaheim. Swing by the Canadian Ice House in Ice District to join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. He tees up tonight's game alongside Ben Thompson. Coverage starts at 6:30 only on EST. Two other games around the NHL. Penguins looking for their first win, down 2-0 against the Flyers. After that, the Stars and Wild duel out in Minnesota. That series tied 1-1. Just two games around the NBA. Game 2, Magic Pistons starts at 5 o'clock. Orlando up 1-0. And at 7:30, the Suns and Thunder battle out in OKC. Phoenix looking to tie the series. To the majors, 4 games are live. Top of the 9th. Mariners up 4-3 on the Athletics midway through the first. It's the Brewers and Tigers runless. 2 other games in action. Yankees, Red Sox, top of the first. At that same time, Braves and Nationals in action. Both of those games runless. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The Reid Wilkins Show continues following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
EST Hangout.
McDiesel 780 says they need the collapsible oil derrick for the entrance. That would be the only thing that would make it so much better.
They do.
The entrance music, the crowd going bananas, and when they come out, like, it's cool that they come out and the building's going bananas, but there's something about when they were coming out to that oil derrick that just put it over the top.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Dad, I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Goodwill is
one shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey Dad, I'm coming home from university.
Before they come back from school, get extra space with Sentinel Storage. Affordable and convenient storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free. Plus, students save 10% on rental. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
My goodness, Tom Gazzola checking in the Nasty Chat. Hello, Tom. Tom will take over at 6:30 tonight. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. He will be live from the Ice House. Then he's on after the game for the postgame show. I will join him for Reid's Read after the game. I think he's going to have me on before the game as well. He feeds me, eh? He makes me wings.
Does he?
Well, he delivers. I get wings.
Can you do it tonight? The wing flavor of the month.
I'm undecided.
I want a review.
I got to try. Yeah, I better try it tonight.
I want a live review tomorrow on the show.
Well, obviously it would be live.
I want to.
Well, I could tape it tonight.
I want to
tape myself eating the wing.
Review.
What?
I want Tom to record it.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah, do it. Do it live.
By the way, Canadian Brewhouse Studio, the wing flavor of the month. Turn up the heat this April at the Canadian Brewhouse. Spicy sriracha maple bacon. Sweet and spicy sriracha maple bacon saucy wings for the perfect balance of heat, sweetness, and savory flavor. Get them only for a limited time. I better try them tonight.
Do it.
Because just what if there's not a Game 5 in this series?
Ooh.
And because it would be, on Tuesday?
Sure.
So that's still in April. That would be April 28th. I'll have them tonight.
A little bit of music trivia here.
Oh, somebody's asking
from Coach Mike.
Seriously?
I know the answer.
Okay.
He says, Stop You, Slash You, Swarm You was the alternate title to U2's 1995 hit song.
Right.
Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me.
Right.
What 1995 soundtrack is that song from?
Batman Forever.
That's it.
If he would have asked the alternate title of that song, I would have known. I didn't know it had an alternate title. What was the alternate title?
According to Coach Mike... Stop You, Slash You, Swarm You.
According to Coach Mike.
Well, I can't verify this.
Well, say it again.
Stop You, Slash You, Swarm You.
And instead they went with Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me.
Maybe this is a play on what the Ducks are trying to do to McDavid and Draisaitl.
Well, maybe.
Stop You, Slash You, Swarm You.
I think that's what he's doing.
I think that's what he's doing. I think we just got hand
But it's still a trivia. It's still a valid trivia question.
I think we got
It's still a workable trivia question.
He said it was a joke. We got hand-weighed.
No, but it's still a valid trivia question.
See you guys.
No, it's still Jay. It's still a valid trivia question.
See you tomorrow.
Jay's done. All right. Well, it's just me, everybody.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Everybody says finally. He
But
said
it's
it was
still
a joke.
it's still a valid trivia. It's both a good joke.
It is.
It's both a clever joke.
Whatever.
And a valid trivia question.
Whatever, Reid.
What song was that movie from? Who performed it? Well, U2. I think he said that in the thing. That was the one with Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, and wasn't Uma Thurman Poison Ivy? Wasn't that all in Batman Forever?
Could be.
Or were they, am I thinking of different Batman movies?
I can't verify that right now.
That was the one with, wasn't that the one with Kilmer as Batman? And then it was Clooney and Batman and Robin. Or Schwarzenegger might have been in a later one. I think he was in a later one. So Batman Forever was Kilmer as Batman, Carrey as the Riddler, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, Kidman as Dr. Chase Meridian. Sounds like a time zone. Sounds like you're running after a clock. I'm going to chase the Meridian.
Stop!
Do you remember who played Robin?
No.
Chris O'Donnell.
Of course.
Okay, so that was Batman Forever.
He's a perfect Robin character.
And then Batman and Robin was, hang on, Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. So I mixed up the movies. Clooney as Batman. O'Donnell as Robin. Okay, so that was that. Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman was in that one. Do you remember who played Batgirl? Or are you clueless? Alicia Silverstone.
Ah, okay.
I'm sorry. By the way, we can confirm we have done the movie trivia box. I've done every card.
That's amazing.
Because Benny asked me a card today.
Well, that's
Dave's definitely
amazing
done it.
and somewhat sad all in the same.
Well, we have other stuff.
We do.
And we have other people we can ask songs to, right?
Coach Mike says, Reid said, Stop You, Slash You, Swarm.
Did I actually say that?
When referring to 97 and 29.
I don't even remember specifically saying that.
Coach Mike,
We're
you
just
deserve
talking.
an award.
Yeah, that's really good.
You've done some above and beyond work.
But you have to
here.
remember, we're here for 3 hours today, 3.5. We don't remember how we phrase absolutely everything. So if you reference it, you may may think, as a listener, I get it. You may think, oh, that was cool what Jay said. I'm going to make it a song title. And we'd be like, oh, who said that?
Yeah, and I add on top of that, I'm in playoff pretzel brain mode.
We're so focused. We're almost too focused. We're laser focused. We'll do buying or selling a little bit later on because we want to talk about the power play stuff and some other storylines.
Sure,
we can do that. We need 40 thumbs on YouTube to get to 100 and. So let's do that. That's our playoff threshold. We want to keep that good streak going there for sure. Caster 1990 says the U2 song was for Batman and Robin. No. Really? I don't think so.
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
1995 film.
Right.
It was the lead single. That was a good song.
Yeah, that is a decent track.
Wasn't Seal's Kiss from a Rose a Batman thing too?
Yeah, which one was that one from? Song, I'm going to Google songs from Batman. Because Bat Dance was Prince, the 1989 version, right?
Batman Forever, 1995.
So what? Wow, that was huge.
What a banger of a soundtrack.
That had Kiss from a Rose and Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. Prince had Batman and Bat Dance and Party Man. Batman and Robin had the Smashing Pumpkins. The beginning is the end is the beginning. I do not remember that one. All right. We realized we'd be meandering in this direction today, but sometimes stuff happens. We're with you till 6:30. Ron Lowe coming up. Buying or selling coming up. Fired Up coming up. Words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library coming up. You're welcome to keep texting us, of course, 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. How about this? At Tap 25, 50% off all menu items 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. rivercreeresort.com. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
Two guys and a goalie.
Oilers should prioritize Murphy over Dickinson this offseason.
Do I have to?
You can't bail on us. We got to get an answer. Mind you, like we said this morning, with McDavid taking less money, hopefully you find a way to keep both.
I mean, it's tough to see what Dickinson did, right? If I'm going to prioritize the two, it's got to be Murphy. I think you can find a Dickinson.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path.
Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
It's game 2 between the Oilers and Ducks tonight from Rogers Place. No Adam Henrique for Edmonton. Josh Samanski expected to take his spot in the lineup, and Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision for the Orange and Blue. On the other side, Radko Gudas, day-to-day for the Ducks. He's out with an undisclosed injury. Drew Hellison draws into the lineup. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. They set the table for tonight. Find Gazzola live on location at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. Tune in starting at 6:30 only on EST. 2 other games go down momentarily. Penguins, Flyers drop the puck out in Philly. Penguins looking for their first win of the series entering game 3. After that, the Stars and Wild duke it out. That series tied at 1-1. 2 games in the NBA. Some Magic and Pistons tipping off in just a sec. Orlando with the lead 1-0, and at 7:30, the Suns and Thunder clash out in OKC. Thunder with the lead entering game 2. Over to the majors. 4 games live, including the Athletics and Mariners tied at 4-side, bottom 9th inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, good to have you joining us this afternoon. Josh Samanski set to make his Stanley Cup playoff debut tonight for your Edmonton Oilers against the Anaheim Ducks. It will be an 8-10 face-off tonight at Rogers Place. The Oilers looking to go up 2-0 in the best-of-7 series. We got game 3 Friday in Anaheim, game 4 Sunday in Anaheim. Beyond that, TBD. I guess if the Ducks win tonight, we'll know we're going to have at least a game 5. What do we have on the 2? Is this Pittsburgh Phillies going to be on right away?
Correct.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Blue Jays lost this afternoon. We were watching that game as well. Great time of year, and a great time of year to talk to this gentleman on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. Of course, he is a fixture here in Edmonton, an Oilers alum, both as a coach and as a player. We love talking to him. It is Ron Lowe checking in. Ron, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Good, boys. How's it going over there?
Yeah, we're doing great. Love talking to you. Great time of year with all the playoff hockey going on. Are you a guy? Are you like sit in front of the TV, like taking in that quadruple header on Sunday, or do you have to pick your spots in terms of how much you're watching?
Yeah, you can kind of get engrossed in it, can't you? I mean, it's unbelievable. The hockey that's being played right now, it's been pretty special. The first 4 nights of the playoffs have been just beautiful hockey.
Yeah, I mean, really all close games except for the 1 minute. Well, I guess Boston a little bit had control on Buffalo, but you still thought maybe Buffalo could come back. You know, what I love too, Ron, is I love the physicality. I love, players standing up for themselves, standing up for their teammates. And I've enjoyed seeing some teams and players new to the playoffs, like Utah, for example. Like I'm watching that Utah-Vegas series. Like, they're not getting pushed around. They're not intimidated by Vegas. They don't look like a franchise that has a lot of guys playing in the postseason. I love seeing guys like rise to the challenge here in the first round.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. That one and the Montreal one have really caught my eye as far as supposedly the one team's the big and physical team and the other one is not quite as big and physical. And geez, both of them have played unbelievable. Utah could have won both games. They're playing really good. And 5-on-5, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're in the top 3 in the league for goal differential, which is another scary fact.
So Edmonton, Anaheim tonight. I always love when I ask you to put your coaching hat on, and I'm actually going to start more from an Anaheim perspective than from an Oilers perspective. So, say you're Joe Quenneville, you're coaching that team, and you got yesterday as the off day, you got the morning skate today. Are you focusing on tactical things and X's and O's, or are you focusing more on the confidence and emotional state of your team and saying, hey, we had the lead with 10 minutes left. We boxed them in the third period. Are you pumping them up more that way as opposed to, going to the chalkboard and drawing up plays?
I think probably he's looking at, he probably looked at the whole game plan and said, we're not going to play the defensive style we tried to play in the first period because that for us is not going to work. They started to apply pressure and they did it very well. They caused turnovers and we caused a lot of them ourselves, but it's from being pressured. And I think that's the only way Anaheim's got a chance in the series is if they come after us, because I don't think defensively they're nearly as good a team as we are. And saying that, it's all about position and don't throw the puck away at the offensive blue line. And that goes for, if I'm Knobloch, I'm telling my guys the same damn thing. Don't turn it over at the offensive blue line.
Ron, I wanted to ask you, as obviously as a former goaltender yourself in the NHL, just what have your thoughts been on Connor Ingram down the stretch, and particularly what did you like from him that you saw in Game 1?
You know what I've liked about him more than anything? First of all, I thought he was a really good goaltender in Phoenix. You don't have a 90 save percentage playing with them. It's almost impossible, and he did it. The thing I like about him is he doesn't ever seem surprised. Like he's in position before he has to get there. I mean, if you get a backdoor play, well, not too many people in the league are getting it anyway. But the ones you're supposed to make, he's in there. He's very square, and he just doesn't seem to let in a lot of bad goals. And hey, I love his attitude, man. When he breaks his stick after a shootout, and somebody asked him, "Why were you so mad?" and he said, "Well, you got to get in the way of one of them."
Yeah,
I mean, like he's most honest goaltender. Like just lays it out in the line, and there's not a whole lot of different things that he says. Just keeps it very flat. I like him a lot.
Okay, you played from 1970 to 1985. You coached from 87 to 2007. 2 Stanley Cups along the way, no big deal. What is something from that era of hockey that when you're watching hockey today, you wish was still in the NHL?
Well, you know what? When it comes to playoffs, it's almost the same. One thing I don't want to see in this playoffs, and I've already seen a little bit of it, is you've still got to let your star players play. You cannot take away the hooking on the hands or the trips that are blatant at any time, or the punches in the face that are blatant. And we've been doing that forever in hockey. And to me, it's more important now because we are trying to make the game better for the fans. And I don't know if it ever could have got better than the team that we had here in the 80s. But you have to still let your star players play. And I hope the hell they do that, because if they do, we have a real good run.
Well, and one thing we've been talking about, Ron, and a lot of fans and listeners are pointing it out and talking about what could change. McDavid didn't get a point. Extremely unusual. My belief is, and I know you'll correct me if I'm wrong, because that's our relationship, but I always figure, okay, like swarm McDavid, send 3 guys after him. It might work for a game or 2, but I think the top guys, deep down, they probably say, come and get me because I'll find the open guy. Am I oversimplifying it, or is there something to that?
No, I think what happened, Connor was trying to do an awful lot by himself. And I think that's a good thing because, like you said, okay, I'm going to just keep throwing. If you keep throwing people at him, somebody's going to get open. And the guy's probably the best passer in the league. Him and Leon, probably Leon's the best backhand passer in the league. And Connor can find people in the middle of a mosh pit. So I think, yeah, go ahead, keep swarming. But at some point in time, you're going to pay. To have Connor not score in a playoff game and us win it, and I don't think Bush played nearly as good as he has been playing, and I didn't think Hyman was nearly as good as he has been, probably for good reason, then I look at our team and go, the chances of us winning are pretty damn good because all three of them aren't staying that way for the whole playoffs.
Yeah. Well, and then Dickinson... I got to tell you, Ron, I've enjoyed watching Dickinson play, and maybe most people wouldn't care about this, but I enjoy him as a broadcaster because his interviews are really good. But how much as a coach did it help you to have a player that you knew was intelligence that got it, but could also articulate that to his teammates if needed, or maybe bring something to you that made sense if something needed to be discussed?
Yeah, like Dougie Waite was kind of like that. Even though he was a great offensive player, he could also shut people down. I mean, I remember Hitch saying that we were checking Medano with Waiter, but we weren't. But that's what it looked like because Waite did such a great job at his own end. And Dickinson, I'm telling you right now, has been a huge change for our hockey club in the fact that he can shut you down. And when Connor McDavid said he's annoying, yeah, well, that's exactly it. He doesn't take a whole lot of bad penalties, and he can still shut you down, which is exciting. I think that trade the trades with Chicago have turned out to be unbelievable trades for us.
Yeah, Ron, just a couple more before we let you go. Love having you on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. So, Joaquin Gage, of course, is a big member of Edmonton Sports Talk, and you were his head coach back mid-'90s. How easy was it for you to start the other goaltenders with Joaquin on the roster?
Oh, yeah, throw a loaded question at me, you asshole.
He told me to ask it that way.
Yeah. I love Walk.
Well, we love him too. Now, when you had him as a player, I don't know how much you'd see. Like he is our cuisine guy here. He's in our kitchen. It seems like he can cook anything. He tells stories about going out to eat in Manhattan and when he was in Europe. Was he like that, or did you get to know how well did you get to know Walk when you had him?
That whole group, they were very articulate in where they went to eat. I definitely know that. There was, I would have liked to seen some of the bills at some of the restaurants, buddy.
Oh, that's incredible. All right. Well, and trust me, he knew that question was coming. We came up with it together. He's like, you got to ask him about putting other guys in ahead of me. Okay, Ron, are you going tonight? Or are you watching on the tube? Or are you going to make it to any home games? What's happening?
I'm actually at the rink tonight. I'm going to do a TV blip at 5:15 and one at 5:30, and then I'm going to sit down and maybe have a beer with Terry O'Flynn and Balcony Bob Harvey.
Oh, awesome stuff. Okay, well, thanks for fitting us in. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Enjoy the game tonight, Ron. Hopefully see you in person soon.
Sounds great. See you guys later.
Ron Lowe checking in on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. He's great to talk to. Always has a lot of fun. Always has good perspective. Loves Walk. He knew exactly what we were doing with that question. Trust me, Walk and I came up with that question together. I was like, are you sure you want me to ask it that way? Walk was like, oh, yeah, that'll be hilarious. Goaltenders, 95-96. Ranford, 37 appearances. Joseph, 34. Brathwaite, 7. Joaquin, 16. I won't give the one-loss records.
Okay.
We'll leave those out.
Joaquin's won over our hearts.
Yeah, he's a winner here for sure.
He's a winner.
But good stuff from Ron Lowe. And I thought that was interesting, too, when you asked him about, kind of comparing the game, but he kind of was like, let the star players play. Like Ron didn't seem like he was a fan of the hooking and the holding and the slashes in the hands, all that kind of stuff. He's like, you got to let him go. And quite frankly, we should say as much that's not how Anaheim limited McDavid. I mean, you see some nights where McDavid or other star players, it's like they're holding him. Yeah. They're interfering with him. I mean, Anaheim did a good job positionally. Like I thought they did a clean, smart job.
Yeah, they did.
On McDavid. They wasn't gooning up or grabbing or tackling or anything like that. They did a pretty good job.
Speaking of that, I don't think we really discussed it, but I thought the reffing in game one was maybe a little over the top, if anything, but I don't think it favored either team.
There were only 4 penalties called.
Yeah.
I thought, if anything, I thought the Wallman back and forth where I thought that could have been a no call. I thought that the tap on Hyman's gloves could have been a no call.
Yeah.
But I can also see why they were called.
Sure.
So,
well, I think they made up for the Wallman call with the Ekholm, when Ekholm drew that penalty. I don't think.
Which one was that one now? I can't remember.
He got tripped. He was throwing the puck out of the zone and got a bit of a slew foot.
But I mean, Nurse, he cross-checked the guy in the face. I mean, you have to call that.
And I
don't think, I can't remember who he hit, but I don't think the player who kind of stabbed at the puck, I don't know if he really contacted Ingram. So I'm sure, I think refs see that and they're like, okay, I know that an Oiler is going to do something. If it's, a push, a face wash, you probably give him one and then say, okay, enough. But when you see the stick go up to the face, you can't say, okay, you got one in. Like, you got to call those, right?
You got to.
I thought, there was another really undisciplined penalty that the Lightning took. Oh, the one late in the third period.
The Ducks took?
No, the Lightning took yesterday. Because I thought the Lightning took a couple silly penalties in game one.
Yes.
Who was it that hit Anderson in the back? The Bolts defenseman.
Who hit Anderson?
Was it Hellenius? Am I thinking of the right player?
Yeah. Because Anderson laid that big hit.
So there's like 2.5 minutes left, and Anderson's backing up through the neutral zone, and Hellenius runs into him. And they actually reviewed it for a major. Now, I don't think that should be a major, but at the same time, we talk a lot about in hockey, like, well, premeditation. But premeditation in hockey could be a couple tenths of a second. Like, he knew he was hitting Anderson in the back, right? He knew Anderson didn't have the puck. Now, it wasn't along the boards, so they looked at it and they reviewed it. But he knew what he was doing. He knew the guy didn't have the puck.
Well, when you ask about a penalty from last night's game, okay, which one of the 23 penalties would you like to reference from last night's game?
Yeah. That's been a good series.
That was a Donnybrook, Reid.
Skinny says, did Reid just say that the Ducks weren't really gooning to McDavid? I did not. I quite frankly, my definition of the word gooning, I did not think the Ducks were gooning to McDavid. I thought they played him hard.
I thought they surrounded him. They made, entering the zone difficult.
Yeah.
I don't think there was one instance where it was like that's holding or that's... I know there's one time on a power play when McDavid pretty much body checked a guy near center ice just trying to get through the zone.
I thought
to get him off.
I thought one of the most targeted players in that game, quite frankly...
it was Sabrin, Hernandez.
Where did I get Hellenius from? I'm probably just making up players' names.
So that was the interference. Right,
Sabrin. Thanks for
that. Just under 2 minutes.
I'm
3
sorry.
minutes left.
I'm bad with names sometimes, everybody. I'm sorry. Like, I thought I would say this to Skinny. Now, if I'm forgetting about a scrum or something where they went after McDavid, you can tell me. I don't remember everything. But I thought one of the most targeted players in that game was Gudas. The Oilers went out of their way to hit him. There was a time the puck got frozen by DeStahl, and Doc pushed Gudas, and then Frederick was tied up with another player and just kind of made sure he went over and gave Gudas a little punch in the shoulder. But even that, I don't know if I consider that gooning. I just think that's you're trying to establish something. I feel, Skinny, I've seen McDavid abused or attempted to be abused a lot more than in game one. I stand by that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I agree. Malkin goal.
Got a goal already.
Power play goal, 1-0. Pittsburgh.
Clue number 4, Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. By the way, we need 17 thumbs to get to 100 and... So if you're on YouTube, you haven't given us a thumb already, please click it. Clue number 4 is 22. You must text your guesses to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Clue number 4 is 22. So the clues have been MVP, Ducks, hockey, and now 22. Nolan from St. Albert says, gooning means something entirely different these days, Reid, smiling face. What is it, like some sexual term that I don't know about?
Oh, God.
We don't want to get into that.
I just was saying it over and over again.
Jason Stevens says, jeepers, don't do this, people.
What?
He says it's a sexual reference. Don't bite on their questions.
Well, I didn't know that. Well, whatever.
Alicia Hemming says, let's just say gooning has a second meaning these days.
I honestly did not know that.
Well,
so
we
I
didn't know
apologize.
that.
I offended. Like, don't put stuff in there.
In the context, here we're fine.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, if you think that that's funny, you got me to say the word, okay, congratulations. Like, well, seriously.
I know.
Like,
I would giggle if
I'm a 52-year-old man. Oh, you made me look stupid. It's happened before.
Guess
everybody.
what? This won't be the last time.
Guess what? Welcome to my life. All right. Clues are MVP, Ducks, hockey, and 22. Yeah, we do have a 5th clue if needed.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know if we're going to need it. We might. We might not. Somebody going to get it?
Maybe. I don't know.
MVP, Ducks, hockey, and 22.
Nobody's got it
It's laid
yet.
out pretty clean. And MVP does stand for most valuable player.
Yes.
All right. Somebody win?
No.
Okay. 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Like Jay told you, Pittsburgh with an early 1-0 lead. The shots are 9-5 already. The game's not even 6 minutes old. 1-0.
Action packed
for the Penguins. The shots are 9-5 for the Penguins, 5.5 minutes into the game. All right, we're here until 6:30, an extended edition of the show. At 6:30, it's the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. We still have buying or selling to get to. We still have fired up. Of course, we're going to do words of the day, and we have the one and only Zachary Kubish at the technical desk.
Three games in the NHL tonight, headlined by the Oilers and Ducks. Hitting the ice at Rogers Place, Edmonton up 1-0 in the series. Noah Adam Henrique for the Oilers. Josh Samanski to slot in place of the injured Henrique. Jason Dickinson, he is a game-time decision. And on the other side, Radko Gudas, he's day-to-day for Anaheim. With an undisclosed injury, Drew Hellison, the next man up for the Ducks. Right now in the NHL, Penguins up 1-0 on the Flyers. Evgeny Malkin, his second of the series on the power play, assisted by Brian Russ and Sidney Crosby. 6:30 into the opening frame of Game 3. Pittsburgh trailing 2-0 in the series. Stars wild. They go at it 7:30 puck drop, 1-1 series tie in that game entering play tonight. And just 2 games in the NBA, one of which are live. Pistons up 14-7, over the Magic. 6:42 left to go in the first quarter. Orlando with the lead in the series. Suns Thunder, they tip off 7:30. They meet Phoenix down 1-0 and over to the Diamond. 4 games live in the majors. Bottom second, 4-4 tie between the Angels, Athletics, and Nationals. Red Sox also in action against the Yankees. New York up 3-0, bottom second inning. The Reid Wilkins Show returns following a brief intermission here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
One shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. Ideal, one donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
The oil stream.
Is McDavid going to be held off the score sheet? Probably not,
I'd be
because it's
pretty
so
damn
rare.
surprised, buddy.
Yeah, there's so many elements to that game, like you were outlining, and then a few more, that it really wasn't a typical Oilers playoff game. And also the fact that the depth scoring got the job done for the Oilers is another sign it wasn't a typical Oilers playoff game.
Doyle Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse is not a quiet place to watch the game. We're a goal horn blaring, tankard raising, stranger hugging, lose your voice kind of a place. No inside voices, no empty seats, no bad angles. Just playoff hockey, the way it's supposed to feel. With your friends, the ones you brought and the ones you just met. If you want quiet, stay home. If you want to feel it, book your spot now in the loudest room in the city. This is our house, the Canadian Brewhouse.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. All right. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Extended program today. We're going to go for another hour, taking you up to 6:30. Then it's the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola in the heart of the action. Ice House, downtown. Ice District. Game 2, Oilers and Ducks. Are there like people, where you're there, Ardrossan? Are people like driving around honking horns, car flags, truck flags?
Actually, you know what, Reid? That's a good point. I've noticed a major drop-off in the amount of car flags that we...
I don't know if they're much of a thing as they used to be.
Because remember, that used to be the thing, and then you'd open your window, and it would, oh, there it goes on Grote Road,
right.
And you'd see these things laying all about the city. Yeah, no, you see the odd car flag, but no honking or, you know.
There was a lot after the game on Monday.
I saw a video on this thing. It's this group of websites called Social Media that had a video from the distance. You know, it was a distant video from a high-rise downtown looking towards Rogers Place.
Okay.
And it was just loud.
Right.
This was after the game. The fans had went out to the streets to party.
Chaos Jester in the Nasty Chat. Are there rules about teams disclosing injuries in the NHL? Not really. I mean, they just... everybody's day to day at this time of year. Everybody's like, we'll find out more tomorrow, and then find out more tomorrow.
I don't know if any of the professional sports there's rules.
Well, the NFL's a little stricter, aren't they?
Well, you could,
but then wasn't Tom Brady questionable for the last 6 years of his career or something like that?
Yeah,
with the Patriots.
And I guess you can have like a 6-game injured or 1-game injured list.
Oh, right.
That you could put players on.
But certainly, I mean, with Dickinson, all they have to say is game time decision. You know?
Yeah, I think the NFL tried cracking down on that.
I think the NFL is a little stricter. Well, was it, Tournier with Utah, was it yesterday before the game? He was joking around somebody asked about a player, and he said, you think I'm going to announce injuries at this time of year? He goes, I tell you what, check my Twitter account later. And of course he doesn't, he's joking.
Right.
So no, there's nothing formalized. Like there's nothing, I mean, and we've seen NHL players go off, with a arm dangling out of its socket or a ankle going the wrong direction, and the coach will come out and be like, oh, further evaluation day to day. Really? Like we just saw him leaving on a stretcher. So no, there's nothing like that. Real Tube Sock says, my guess with Dickinson, upper or lower body injury. Fair. I think I think once I seem to recall this. I think it was in the 90s, maybe when Detroit won back-to-back games. Or won back-to-back cups. What was that, 97, 98? I think they once listed a player as day-to-day with general body pain. Something like that. Yeah.
Well, if you don't have to disclose anything, why would you?
Why would you?
I mean, if you disclose that it's a wrist injury, well, guess what? Guess who's getting tapped on the wrist every
Even more
shift?
so, yeah.
Next game, right?
Let's do buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. And that's true. Amishman 19, Kapanen did probably inadvertently say that it was Dickinson's ankle. Now, having said that, we saw where the puck hit him.
Yeah.
Too, right? I think the Draisaitl thing was a little more mysterious because was it hip? Was it knee? I think it was sort of knee that a lot of people settled on, but I don't think that anybody...
still mysterious.
I don't think anybody from the team ever said that.
Nope.
So yeah, they're pretty silent about injuries in the National Hockey League. Does it always make sense? No, it doesn't. But like you said, Jay, they don't want a guy coming back and giving the opposition another extra... I mean, look what Bush did to Hintz's foot.
Right.
In the playoffs. He knew exactly where to slash him to make him feel a lot of pain. That dirty Bush. Think we'll see a better Bush tonight? Buying or selling?
Buying or selling? Do we see a better Bush tonight? I'll buy, Reid, because I don't know if defensively it can get much worse.
Well, his puck handling, right?
It was bad, and then obviously the turnover that led to the second Anaheim goal, and just sloppy play. So just more attention to detail. If fans could ask for that, please. I don't think it's a big ask, Reid. But I mean, hey, even though this team has been there before and done that, it's still game one of the playoffs, right?
Well,
you never know how
experience doesn't make you perfect.
That's right.
Experience, probably. I think the value of experience is
knowing you can come back,
knowing how to correct something,
when
knowing
you're
how
down.
to stop something before it gets really bad.
Yes.
So they came back from that second period and turned it around
That's
and won the game. That I don't like. I know we say with the Oilers, well, they have experience, they've done it before. That doesn't mean you go 16-0. I just think it means you're better equipped to roll with and recover from when things go poorly. And the power play went poorly. I know they only had a couple of opportunities. They didn't really generate a lot. They had trouble getting the puck into the zone. Here's McDavid.
That was me just not doing, not being clean enough doing that. That's an area we're obviously very good at. Not too concerned about it. But that being said, they threw some different things at us, and we'll adjust.
I think he means I'll adjust. I think he's putting it. I think he's putting a lot of it on himself.
But how can you doubt him? How can you not think he will adjust?
Right.
This is one of the smartest players in the NHL. Fastest, most skilled. He'll figure it out. So yeah, that's something I would, you can obviously look to for improvement. This is the number one power play in the NHL. Now it tailed off at the end of the season, but everybody knows why. Mm-hmm. They didn't have the trigger man in Leon Draisaitl that even when he's not scoring goals from that spot is certainly using one of the players that is on the PK as a little bit of a pawn. So, yes, you should expect better things from the power play tonight. At least better opportunities, Reid. Some nights you're not going to score on the power play. Okay, I understand that.
Sure.
But just better control, better tempo from that power play. Like, they really weren't all that set up and comfortable.
No, not at all.
On both those opportunities on Monday.
Were you with Ron Lowe too? What he said that even Hyman didn't have a good game by his standards?
Sure.
I would agree with that. I think he still had 7 or 8 hits. And then I think as a result of McDavid and Hyman not being as effective, Savoy wasn't as noticeable either.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
But again, that's the Oilers' top line of McDavid, Hyman, and Savoy, I would say were well below how we expect them to play.
And the Oilers won despite that.
And the Oilers still won despite that. So that is a positive. We'll see if they can do it again tonight. A little bit here from head coach Chris Knobloch as well about the power play struggles and the zone entry.
Anytime I see Connor do something maybe not at his best, it usually doesn't last very long. He usually finds a way to correct it. And as good as Connor is, he's not always perfect, but his times when he doesn't play his best doesn't last very long and usually turns it around. And last game, I can see the frustration with him on the entries. Once we got set up, we had some looks, but I think just there should be a lot of credit to Anaheim. They did a great job of making it hard for us to get into the zone. But I think with us maybe making some adjustments and usually Connor's making those plays. The other night, they were able to get their stick on puck and break those up, but more often times than not, he's making those. So, tonight we'll see if we have to make some big adjustments.
Yeah, but this is the fun part, right? Are the Oilers going to adjust? Are the Ducks ready for it? Are the Ducks trying to guess, well, we know they're going to adjust, so we'll do this differently instead? I mean, that's the fun part of this year. McDavid was also asked about Woodcroft being on the Ducks bench, and McDavid was kind of like, well, yeah, but are there any secrets with the Oilers power play?
No.
Not really. It's our strength. Can you stop our strength?
Yeah, give it.
I mean, of course they're going to tweak things, but...
It's like Novocaine. Give it time.
Yeah.
It's going to work.
But they're not going to stray too far away from things, I don't think.
Well, and that's an interesting discussion about Connor McDavid, Reid. Is do you get the sense, and even in game at times, if Connor McDavid is somewhat pissed off, or okay, you stop me there, wait till you see me next rush.
Right.
He has that ability to get bothered by being shut down. I think you see a different Connor McDavid tonight, and I mean that's why. I mean you could see over at playalberta.ca, there's a lot of people here at EST that feel that Connor McDavid's going to have a big bounce back game tonight.
Well, I mean, it's highly unusual for him to go 2 games in a row without a point.
Yeah. It would be.
780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Do we need to give it the 5th clue in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game? Jay's just double checking and you didn't miss a winner. I don't think you did.
I didn't.
All right. Well,
although I think there's people that are sending me in the same guess again. Like, hey, Jay, I got it.
Is it a guy who once played for the Oilers?
Negative.
Oh,
in this instance.
Who is it? Can you write it down for me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. It's clearly not it. All right. The 5th clue is Blue Jays. The clues are MVP, Ducks, Hockey, 22, and Blue Jays.
How happy are you right now, Reid?
That I've handed it to people on a platter?
Well, that it got to the finish line. You stumped them.
Oh, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. I'm sick that way. I'm a sick man. 780-218-9999. You have to text your guesses to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. We will get fired up for Gemco. Hopefully we'll have a winner. We have words of the day coming up as well. Extended edition. We're going until 6:30. Here's the Coop.
Oilers and Ducks clash in Game 2 their series. Edmonton leading 1-0. No Adam Henrique for the Oilers. Josh Samanski draws into the lineup, plus Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision. On the other side, Radko Gudas, he's day-to-day undisclosed for the Ducks. Drew Hellison takes his spot in the lineup. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. They set the table for tonight. Find Tommy live on location at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. Tune in starting at 6:30 only on EST. One game live now in the NHL. Under 3 minutes to go in the opening frame. Game 3 between the Penguins and Flyers. Pittsburgh leading 1-0 down in the series 2-0 after that. 7:30 puck drop between the Stars and Wild goes from Minnesota. That one knotted at 1-0 in the series. Over to the NBA. It's a Magic down by 1 to the Pistons. About a minute left to go in the first quarter. Magic with the lead in the series. That is in Game 2. Suns Thunder, they hit the hardwood at 7:30. OKC with the lead in the series, entering Game 2 of action. Over to the majors. Handful of games live. Phillies, Cubs runless. Top of the first and top of the fifth inning. The Brewers down 2-1 to the Tigers. The Reid Wilkins Show returns following a break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Pat says, when's the last time the Oilers had a shutdown third-line center with a bit of scoring?
With some scoring?
Was Letestu a third-line center?
He was a power play specialist.
Bukestad, but he wasn't here long. Letestu for sure was one, and they brought in David Desharnais. Remember at the deadline? Scored the big overtime goal against the Sharks.
Massive. I liked him.
Yeah, he's a good player, but wasn't here long.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Why did you leave me so fast? You never gave me a helping chance. Just fall out, stay with me, consider me. I know you can see me, but what I am and always will be.
Jay, what band is this?
This is North Shore. My former band.
Who's the singer?
Me.
Sound great.
Terrible recording. I'd like to get back in the studio with the boys and really lay down some tracks.
Yeah. What happened to Crosby?
He got high-sticked going into the face-off dot. Not during play. Now, okay, can you... He got hit. Can you call a penalty on that?
Who's mad here?
Hathaway is livid.
And he says it's a dive. Are they giving him a penalty?
Well, I think they are.
He's furious. He wanted to go after Sid.
Well, they'll show the replay here. So Hathaway was skate. You know, oftentimes players will skate around the circle. So watch him here.
That's a penalty. I think he knew what he was doing with that extra little flick. And even so, you have to be responsible for your stick at all times.
At all times, you have to be responsible.
Now, he's saying Crosby took a dive. Did Sid maybe decide to lay on the ice a little longer than was necessary? Maybe.
Well, hell yeah. They got a penalty.
They're giving Sid a diving penalty. Or an embellishment, of course. That's interesting because if Sid doesn't make sure it's noticed, they might not even have called the high stick. Yeah, the Hathaway is not happy. So here it is again. Hathaway 100% does that on purpose. And Sidney Crosby 100%.
I don't know if that's embellishment, Reid. You're not expecting that to happen at that time.
Yeah, but I don't know if he necessarily needed to lie on the ice for that long. I guess I don't know how much pain he was feeling. Sid has no interest in engaging Hathaway with the lipping off in the penalty
Well, he
box,
should just say, hey, Ed, turn around so I can learn your name. It's always a good one.
That would be a good one. Dan Muse, you just read his lips. He's like, don't call that embellishment. I think that's actually what he said. I don't think he swore. New age coach.
I don't think that's embellishment, Reid. Sorry. But given his head was down getting ready for a face-off
that's
draw.
a cheesy play by Hathaway. He's skating past Crosby and makes it look like he's passing his stick to himself behind his back and flicks it behind his back. I don't know if he meant to hit Sid in the face. He meant to hit him on the arm or chest, I think. What an interesting play. Isn't this fun? Do we have a winner? Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Who is the winner?
Lacombe Drew.
Lacombe Drew, congratulations.
First guess.
$25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. Did anybody else get it right after?
Mex Bezozu got it right after.
Okay.
And then Winnipeg Kev also got it.
Okay. First clue was MVP. This person was the most valuable player of the Cape Cod League in 2016. Second clue was Ducks. In 2021, this person briefly played AA baseball for a team called the Akron Rubber Ducks, a Cleveland affiliate. Hockey was the third clue. This person played hockey in high school. Coob, do you know who it is?
I've
figured it out?
No, I've not.
The fourth clue was 22. That's how many singles this player hit in the 2025 Major League Baseball playoffs, a new postseason record for singles. And Blue Jays, he's a current Blue Jay. He was the first player mentioned on this show because he got an RBI just as the show was starting. He's Jay's favorite Blue Jay.
Yes.
No, we didn't realize we were just reporting what he did when the show started. It's Ernie Clement.
Hey, we did a good job disguising
It's Ernie Clement.
Our excitement that we were talking about the player and nobody knew.
I hope nobody saw that little glance if you're on YouTube that we gave each other. Ernie Clement is the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Here's the deal. We are one thumb away from 155 on YouTube, which is our playoff threshold. 155! So please get in there and click. We'll do Fired Up at 6 o'clock, I guess.
We will.
And we're going to do our words of the day right now. Always do it at this time of day. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. Your free EPL library card can do more than you might expect. From books, movies, and video games to digital resources, creative spaces, and learning opportunities, there's something for everyone across Edmonton. Sign up online, epl.ca/sign up, or visit any of EPL's 21 locations to get started today.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Ernie Clement.
As it is Wednesday, these words are provided by Abutski. This is the Abutski edition of the EPL words of the day. First word, Reid. Durian. Durian. This is a noun.
Durian. And I believe this is a type of fruit, and I think it's known for sort of being spiky. But I'm pretty sure it's a type of fruit. I don't know what other details to offer about it.
It's a large, oval, spiny, tropical fruit containing
thank you.
A creamy pulp, known for its strong, pungent smell and complex flavor profile.
I think spiky fruit was pretty good.
You know what, pal? I think you might just lock this in. I think you have a chance of going 4 for 4. You are 2 for 2 after the first word. Congratulations, Reid Wilkins.
Off air, I'll tell you how I knew that much about durian.
Okay. Second
Off
word.
Air.
Okay.
Off air.
Yes. You want to tell me now?
I can tell you now. So occasionally, and I'm not saying I condone this sort of behavior, but as you know, I enjoy, I was going to say mathematics, not mathematics, but I enjoy learning about probabilities and approaches and theories and systems and ways to do things. One of the things I enjoy learning about systems and approaches to is a little game called Roulette, which you can play online on the Play Alberta app or playalberta.ca. There are two gentlemen, I think they're based in Vegas, and they will show roulette systems presented by listeners. So you and I could come up with a system and say, hey, try this. We think you can win $85,000. And they will do it for 20 to 30 minutes, and then they will rate it on a 5-point system. But they name the points on the rating scale after fruits, and their lowest rating is durian. And they have a little picture of it on like a little semicircle wheel.
That is fantastic. That I appreciate that you told that.
Well, you know what, Jay, it's really quite amazing.
Oh, Papa Homer, you are so learned.
Learned, son. It's pronounced learned.
Thanks for sharing that, Reid.
Yes.
Second word of the day. This is a verb. Emblazon. Emblazon.
Emblazon?
Emblazon.
All right. Emblazon. I think I know it. I'm pretty sure I know it. EMBLAZON. Dun, da, da, da. All right. An emblazon, I believe, would mean to adorn something with in a noticeable way. For example, some fans tonight might be emblazoned with bright Oilers logos. Dun, da, da, da.
Reid Wilkins, whoa. Let's go. Call your girlfriend.
What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Reiner in that clip.
Very well done. To emblazon is to decorate something with a design, a symbol, or words that people will notice it easily.
Thank you.
Well done, Reid Wilkins.
4 for 4, baby.
Ominous sign for the game tonight.
It really is. 161 thumbs. Let's see how high we can go.
Let's soar
Could
with the
we
Eagles.
at least tease 200? If you haven't already, click the thumbs up on YouTube. Get in there and do it now. Probably some people joining after work or getting ready for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show.
Oh, yeah.
At the bottom of the hour. So they can hop in.
Hey, might I add right now, Reid, over at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, the Shop EST Spring Store is live, and it's only going to be live until April 30th. So if you want to get some of the newest, greatest, boldest EST swag, head over to EdmontonSportsTalk.com and click on Shop EST Spring Store. It is open and live. As well, if you like to play 50-50s, have we got one for you? The Cara Family Resource Center Spring 50-50 is currently on. Friend of EST, does the MCTV podcast. Mark Majot works with the Cara Family Resource Center, so we always like to help out in any way we can. It's a simple 50-50, but it goes to a good cause. If you want to be involved with that, that is also over at EdmontonSportsTalk.com along the top.
Okay, 6 o'clock break, and then we're back. Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta.
2 guys and a goalie.
Oilers should prioritize Murphy over Dickinson this offseason.
Do I have to?
You can't bail on us. We got to get an answer. Mind you, like we said this morning, with McDavid taking less money, hopefully you find a way to keep both.
I mean, it's tough to see what Dickinson did, right? If I'm going to prioritize the two, it's got to be Murphy. I think you can find a Dickinson.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
The Blue Jays are back for their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences or tackling backyard spring projects, get the space you need with Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Oilers Ducks game 2 tonight at Rogers Place. Edmonton up 1-0 in the series. No Adam Henrique for the Oilers tonight. Josh Samanski draws into the lineup, and Jason Dickinson, he's a game time decision. On the other side for Anaheim, Radko Gudas, the captain, is out. Banged up with an undisclosed injury. Drew Hellison takes his spot in the lineup. Catch Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson. as they hit the airwaves for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre-game show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. They go live at 6:30 to tee up tonight's game. Catch Tommy live on location at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. Pair of games around the NHL. First intermission. Penguins up 1-0 on the Flyers. Game 3, Pittsburgh down 2-0 in the series. And 7:30, the Stars meet the Wild out in Minnesota. Game 3 in that one. Series knotted at one aside, and just 2 games in the NBA. Game 2 between the Magic and Pistons. Halfway through the second, Pistons with a 3-point lead, looking to tie the series at 1 apiece. Thunder, Suns meet out in OKC. Phoenix with a chance to get on the board in the series to make it 1-1. In the majors, handful of games live, bottom 5th. Brewers down 3-2 against the Tigers, and the Yankees have a 4-0 lead on the Red Sox, top of the 5th inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The Reid Wilkins Show continues right now on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Hope you're having a great day. We are with you until 6:30, extended edition of the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, because it's an Oilers game day and the game starts at 8:10 to be precise. Tom Gazzola has the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6:30. Tom's setting up at the Ice House downtown, right in the middle of the action there, Ice District Plaza. He'll be there for the postgame show as well. Joaquin Gage, the analyst tonight. I think he talked to Randy Hahn this morning. So Randy and Drew Rabenda usually call Sharks games. They're in town doing the game on TNT tonight. So Tom has an interview with Randy. I'll be there for pre and post as well. Probably get some wings, watch a hockey game. Life is good.
Flavor of the month wings.
I got to get the flavor of the month today.
Like I'm serious. I want this recorded. I want a review.
Okay. Well, I hope they're good.
Do you think they'd be bad?
780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Check out the $21.99 prime rib special at Tap 25. 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. Great deal, available for dine-in and takeout. Joe in the Nasty Chat says he's off to Rogers Place. Let's go Oilers. Got the Davo jersey on for this one. A lot of McDavid jerseys.
As there should be.
Yeah, he's a good player. I wonder who has the third most jerseys.
Well, who has the second most?
I would assume Leon. Would it be Nuge, probably?
Nuge.
When I was walking after I did my hit with Tom on Monday, I was walking to the arena. I used the pedway system instead of going back outside because I was afraid of getting crushed outside, quite frankly. No, but there was a lot of people. And there were like 4 guys ahead of me, and there was 3 McDavid jerseys and a Nurse jersey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nuge has got to be up there.
He'd have to be third, I would think. For current players, I mean, there's a lot of Gretzky, Messier still.
Sure. Yeah. Huh. I wonder if it'd be great if there was a way to figure that out.
Well, we could probably ask. I could put in an ask. I can try to find out tonight.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Les says, can they put the flavor of the month on some chicken tenders? Asking for a friend. I wonder who that is.
I'm sure they could. When you have the choice of boneless or bone-in?
There is a choice of traditional or boneless, they call it.
Okay, traditional or boneless.
Traditional.
I'm sorry, I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah.
I just like taking
Well, it's basically a nugget if you're getting it without the bone. So in that case, I would order nuggets.
Right. The great debate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little wing meal at Ice House. You get your wings, you get a couple carrot sticks, red pepper, or celery sticks, red pepper, cucumber, ranch dip. It's good. Hits the spot before the game. Then I'm energized.
I wish I was going with you.
Well, no one's stopping you, quite frankly. I mean, who said you can't go to a hockey game?
Dustin.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He banned me.
No, he didn't. That's not true.
Put me on probation from going to pre and post.
No.
Ask him. Text him. He knows the truth.
Well, you could. Okay, so that's not. You want to go hang out for pre and post? Well, go do it.
I would, but I'm banned.
You're not banned.
Ask him.
Okay, I'll ask him tomorrow.
Sure.
He's probably sleeping right now.
Maybe he is.
Time to get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. No doubt Josh Samanski is fired up tonight. He will make his Stanley Cup playoff debut. He's in for Henrique. The official word on Jason Dickinson is game time decision. He didn't take the morning skate. Lazar was in his spot with Nugent Hopkins and Roslovic. I would expect Dickinson to play, but I guess game time decision means just that. Radko Gudas is out for the Anaheim Ducks. Drew Hellison is going to come in. The goaltending matchup is once again Ingram against Dostal. The Oilers working on their, hoping to do better on the power play, get the puck into the other end of the rink, and the Ducks clearly just hoping to have a better first period, first of all.
True.
And maybe not play as passive as they did at some points in game one.
Yeah, I'm expecting I'm fired up for the game tonight. I mean, it's playoffs. It's the best time of the year. Sun's out. Still light when you go to the game.
Yep.
That's a good thing. But the game itself, I am expecting a competitive game tonight. And I just feel like this will be a 1-goal game. I think it'll be tight. Anaheim's good. The Oilers just have that extra edge. Especially if they can play better. Certain players can play better. Their special teams can be better.
Well, and then if they get some contributions from players who maybe looked a little off in the first game, like McDavid, like Bouchard. Maybe Draisaitl a bit in terms of the power play. I don't know if you say that he had an off game overall. Ron Lowe talked about Hyman probably can play better. That would bring Savoy along as well. But, I mean, Podkolzin had a good game. Kapanen scored twice in game one. Dickinson scored twice. He was very good. I thought Doc and Frederick still did a pretty good job in their roles. So that was really encouraging. Some of the players who aren't the marquee guys for Edmonton were quite good in the first game of the series. I think from an Anaheim perspective, I mean, I know Kreider was the net front. Probably want a little bit more from him. Maybe even from Killorn.
I think all around just defensive awareness for the Anaheim Ducks is probably what the doctors ordered for tonight.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
I would say that. Now, they had it at times, but and especially against McDavid, they didn't have it on some key plays in the third period.
Well,
I mean, they just let guys go.
And I mean, maybe they were so concerned, Reid, with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl that they let their guard down, which led to Dickinson pouring into Kapanen having 2 goals, right? There's got to be a break at some point.
Samansky on a line with Frederick and Doc tonight.
Yeah, I think obviously with those two, with how big they are and how much physicality and energy they bring, it's really easy for me to just join in and do my part. And I don't know, it's just the chemistry that we have on and off the ice is just really good, and I think that plays a big part in it too.
And Knobloch a little bit on Samansky coming in.
We've been very happy with him all year. We anticipate him being an Oiler in the future. We weren't really expecting it to be so fast. More down the road, maybe next year. But since he came to training camp, he had an outstanding camp and caught our attentions immediately. And then he went down to Bakersfield, played some American League games, obviously, and played very well down there, and more of a defensive role. And when we needed players, and we called them up. I believe that was in January, and came up and played a few games and fit it right in. And the offensive wasn't there, but just somebody that the coaching staff felt really comfortable on the ice. And I think a lot of it is just he's wired to play good defensive hockey, and he was never going to hurt us when he was on the ice. Now, as he's played more games and had more responsibilities, he's felt more comfortable with the puck and making more plays. And I know he really took off during a stretch when he was playing with Sabi and Roslovic, and that line was really good. And and then at the end of the year, got in some more games and playing more with Doc and Freddie, and Yeah, I think his biggest strength is his skating.
All right, well, which will be good because Anaheim's quick. And I mean, you want the Oilers to be in the right place and move the puck up the ice once they get it. So in 8:10, we're 2 hours away. 8:10 puck drop tonight at Rogers Place. The fans are incredible. We talked about it yesterday, but "Higher" by Creed is the song that gets it going in the arena. They kind of then have just no music and just let everybody build with the "Let's Go Oilers" chant, and then Enter Sandman starts and out they come, and they're ready to rock and roll. The anthem, of course, Robert Clark stops singing halfway through, and as he has been for several years, he's in the crowd. They put him somewhere in the crowd. He holds up the mic. Everybody goes along with it. Was it Tia G sang the American anthem? I think she's a young R&B singer from Edmonton, I believe.
Okay.
She did a great job with the American anthem. So the whole production is there. The value, the production value, the hype, all that is there. All that adds to the fun around the game. But once the game gets started, I think it's I always expect the games to be close.
Yeah.
And most of the games in this postseason have been. I mean, there's no team. Is there a team that's like, oh, they don't belong? I mean, even the old Pacific Division is terrible. Well, okay, LA is right there with Colorado. You know,
is there a team? I mean, no, Reid. These are. I mean, the only I think live sweep. I guess the Oilers, I guess you could say, are live, but Colorado with LA, but they are still playing them tight.
Yes.
It's just that LA has such a hard time getting over the hump and putting pucks in the net that Colorado doesn't have to score 5 or 6 goals in a night to beat LA.
Right. We got Pittsburgh and Philly on it. They just showed that Porter Martone, an incredible story for him. Pittsburgh is up 1-0 early in the second period. They're playing 4-on-4 right now. Penguins trying to make sure they don't get swept. They need to win one of the next 2 on the road here. I've been quite impressed with Utah, and I've said for the last several weeks that I think Utah is a really good team. They're doing a great job against Vegas. I mean, you could even argue they might. I know I don't always like using the word deserve. You could almost argue Utah deserves to be up 2-0.
Yes, for sure.
They've been excellent in that series.
Didn't both you and I pick them to upset?
I still ultimately went with Vegas, but you picked Utah. I still ultimately went with Vegas, but man, oh man, like Utah looks really good. Montreal, Tampa Bay, I thought that was going to be the best series of the first round. I picked Montreal in 7 overtime, and that series has a little bit of everything, nastiness and guys going at each other and good young players, established veteran players. I think that series has been quite fun to watch.
What did you think about, I mean, that was talk about a Donnybrook. That was old-timey hockey there.
Yeah.
Last night. What do you think of Slavkovsky and Hagel? Like, is that a fight you want him taking? Because Hagel sure rung him up.
Yeah, I guess probably not. But you gotta give him credit. You gotta stand like nobody wants to be the player that backs down. I mean, unless it's a situation where, hey, we're up 3. I'm not giving you a power play, or I'm not going to risk giving you a power play. But that's you see it at the end of games, right? So the Utah Vegas end of game 1, just a big scrum in front of the net, right? Because it's like, all right, you got this one. We're not going away. And Vegas is like, well, we're not going away. Have you seen what we've done before? So it's been a really entertaining first round, I think. I mean, a couple games were a little lopsided, but that's it so far. Philadelphia has a power play now, 4-on-3 power play. So they're trying to tie the game. 780-218-9999 if you want to get in touch. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. If you're on YouTube today, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. If you haven't already, click the thumbs up button. Please do so. We're at 167. Let's see if we can at least get to 175 before the end of the show in about 11 minutes. And you can post in the Nasty Chat, talk with us and with others. All right, one more time from our buddy, Zachary Kubish.
Jason Dickinson is a game-time decision for the Oilers as they play host to the Ducks in Game 2. Edmonton up in the series, and Adam Henrique will be out tonight. Josh Samanski slots into the lineup for Edmonton. For the Ducks, Radko Gudas, he's out with an undisclosed injury, listed as day-to-day. Drew Hellison comes in for Anaheim. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. They get you set for puck drop. Tommy on location at the Canadian Ice House for both pre- and post-game coverage. That starts in about 15 minutes at 6:30 right here on EST. Pair of other games around the NHL. 4 minutes into the second period, 5-on-4 power play for the Flyers. Under 40 seconds left in the man advantage. Penguins up in the game 1-0. Evgeny Malkin scoring in that first period. Pittsburgh looking to get a win in this series in game 3, down 2-0. 7:30, puck drop. Stars Wild out in Minnesota. 1-1 series tie so far in that one. And over to the hardwood. Game 2, Magic Pistons. That one about to wrap up in the second quarter. Pistons leading 45-44. Orlando with the series lead. 7:30 tip-off, Suns Thunder. They hit the court. Thunder leading, taking the opening contest of the series to the diamond. Still some action around the majors. Bottom 6th. Tigers up 4-1 on the Brewers. And at that same time, top of the 6th, Yankees up 4-0 on the Red Sox. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back. Following the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
The Oil Stream.
Is McDavid going to be held off the score sheet? Probably not, because it's so rare.
Surprised, buddy.
Yeah, there's so many elements to that game, like you were outlining, and then a few more, that it really wasn't a typical Oilers playoff game. And also the fact that the depth scoring got the job done for the Oilers is another sign it wasn't a typical Oilers playoff game.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse is not a quiet place to watch the game. We're a goal horn blaring, tankard raising, stranger hugging, lose your voice kind of a place. No inside voices, no empty seats, no bad angles. Just playoff hockey, the way it's supposed to feel. With your friends, the ones you brought and the ones you just met. If you want quiet, stay home. If you want to feel it, book your spot now in the loudest room in the city. This is our house, the Canadian Brewhouse.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Oh, they are going at it in Philadelphia. Penguins, Flyers, huge wrestling match around the net after a whistle. Guys going to the penalty box, yelling at each other, yelling at the refs. Rust isn't happy. Who is that for Philly? I didn't even catch.
Konechny.
Oh, Konechny, yeah.
There's been 8 penalties handed out already this game.
4.5 minutes into the second period.
But only 2 power plays.
Right. Well, Konechny's really mad because he's mad at Rust and he's mad at the refs. Did he feel he got taken down? Like, is he saying I didn't really do anything?
Well, Konechny did elbow Brian Rust a wee bit. Brian Rust took exception to that, drove him into the ground and into the net, and continued to ram the back of his head into the ice.
Right.
Yeah, the Penguins bench are asking for the penalty to be the elbowing penalty.
So here we go. So Konechny at the side of the net sort of got a high stick. Yeah, he more or less got tackled. I don't know if Konechny did do too much there.
He elbowed him pretty good, Reid.
You think it was that bad?
Yeah,
okay.
he followed through on it too.
And then his helmet's off, and then Rust is kind of driving his head into the back of the net, and then he's got his forearm across his face. Yeah, so Konechny's probably saying, what did I do? You give me a penalty for getting tackled. So was that the elbow kind of, he swung his elbow back? Okay, right. All right. Well, they'll probably...
Playoffs!
Looks like it's going to be even up.
Playoffs?
If neither team's happy, the ref probably did his job.
Probably. Yeah, that's a great way of describing
it. The Pittsburgh bench is mad. Konechny's mad. Couturier just used a creative word. There's more to his teammates. Like, come on, what's going on? Tocchet's the calmest guy in all of this.
And he was just telling the whole team from the bench, calm down. There's a lot of game left.
Okay, so I wonder if they're going to give out other penalties here, because it looks like the refs... Oh, no, I thought the ref had something written down.
He does.
Tocchet's quite calm here. Oh, yeah, the ref's reading off a menu. I got a side of Konechny with some fried rust. Okay, I assume it's going to be 4-on-4, maybe even 5-on-5 if there are multiple coincidental penalties.
So I assume at some point between 6:30 and 8, which is the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, Tom's on location at the Ice House, he will report whether Dickinson's in the lineup or not.
Yeah, we'll know. Yeah, if he's going to take the warm-up or not. Okay, now they're throwing other people into the penalty box because we saw a couple flyers in there. Dan Muse with the Penguins doesn't seem overly thrilled. Do we have 3 flyers? No, we have 3 flyers. No, we have 4 flyers in the penalty box. Sanheim, Konechny, Dvorak, and a mystery player I couldn't see. They haven't shown the Penguins penalty box. I'm going to assume it's balanced.
Balanced.
They probably have 4 guys.
Wow.
A lot of explanation here to the coaches. And they're just yelling. All the Flyers players are facing the Penguins penalty box, chirping away. The Philly fans are unhappy, but they're never happy. I want to see... I mean, we don't have the sound on, so we're not exactly sure what's going on. Well, they wouldn't have made an announcement yet in the arena. They haven't shown the Penguins penalty box. Are Flyers fans in disbelief, or do they always look that dumb? Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Just be
the way the Flyers fans are reacting.
They're acting like they're the only team that got penalties. This one young lady is quite unhappy. Well, Konechny's head. Yeah, Rust has his glove over his face, and he's pushing his head into the ice.
So they gave the extra minor penalty to Cam York. So Pittsburgh will be have a 2-minute power play.
Hypothetically. Are all the penalties up online already?
Yeah, so they got... Oh, no, they evened it up.
Of course they did.
No, they didn't. They didn't even it up. So Konechny, York, and Michkov
There are now
Philadelphia.
5 Flyers in the penalty box.
Rust and Novak for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, they were already players in the box when this started, right?
Wasn't it a 4-on-4?
Yeah, well, it was a 4-on-3 for a second. That might have ended.
Oh, no, Reid, update.
Okay,
oh, my gosh,
okay.
look at this.
So it is everybody.
This is fantastic.
Okay.
Konechny, York, Michkov, Sanheim, Dvorak. All 2-minute minors.
Okay.
Rust, Novak, and Connor Dewar. So is this going to... No, there must be more coming.
There must be more. They probably haven't updated Pittsburgh's yet. Well, there was only 2 Penguins in the penalty box that we could see. You know, Couturier, who was talking to the ref and had gone to the bench, is now... Yeah, there are only 2 Penguins in the penalty box.
No, Erik Karlsson also got rung up.
Okay, so he hasn't reported to the sin bin yet.
So 9 penalties in all handed out.
Okay, there's Karlsson. There's Shea. Oh, did a Flyer leave? Oh, no. Yeah, and then a different Flyer went in. Well, how would they know? Why did it? Oh, that might have been Couturier leaving, but another Flyer seemed to go in. So 5 Flyers, 4 Penguins, right?
Yes.
But there's not a power. Maybe they haven't done the graphic.
It
yet,
says
but
on the
power
NHL
play.
site it's a 5-on-4. We got to get out.
Okay. Oh, we got to go. Yeah. That was fun. Yeah. I was trying to figure out the penalties. All right. Tom's coming up with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Game is at 8:10 tonight. I'm Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy Game 2, Oilers Ducks.